Soul's Edge, August 2035. 5 years since the apocalypse hit the fan. That's when those mystery freaks started spewing out of portals everywhere. Are we seriously just glorified snacks for them now? The awakened crowd would definitely get salty, hearing that, since they're the reason 40% of us aren't monster chow yet. Some guy perched on a wrecked roof, staring down at the street. Giant beasts wandering the alleys. He knew those barriers were barely holding on. Just look around. Safe zones are packed tight and running on empty. Out here, we're talking 6 S ranks and a lonely rank roaming free. Checking his scopes, the guy noted that everything was playing out exactly like Hungy Cho predicted. Boom! A portal pops open in the square, spitting someone out. This dude in shiny armor cheered about finally making it back home. First thing he saw, a total monster mash in the ruins. The guy was totally shook by the scene. Like, why are these creeps still hanging around? Binoculars guy on the roof grinned. The knight finally showed up. He knew the real party was just getting started. Mr. Armor triggered his sword nest ability. Usually, you'd need 10 top-tier hunters to handle a mob this big, but the skill worked, blasting energy swords at every beast nearby. Just like that, 6 nightmares were dusted in an hour. Only 1 A rank left standing. Even all 5 S-class hunters worldwide couldn't pull that off together. Watching from above, he finally got what a master spearman could do. He figured if he waited a bit, all that power could be his. The knight unleashed demonic blade, hacking the A-rank beast apart. Then, he froze. Behind him, just a pile of diced monster meat. Binoculars guy whispered that the fight was straight up insane. But the knight was wrecked too, collapsing right onto the pavement. The guy on the roof decided it was finally showtime. He strolled up, tapped the knight's shoulder, and asked how he was holding up. Again, he thawed. Everything is going exactly how Chiang-Cho predicted. He'd claimed he could snag the knight's power just by trying to save him. The knight twitched, coughing up a mouthful of red stuff. He thought the dude obviously needed help, but what was the play here? Figured it was worth asking for the deets first. The knight cracked an eye open and rasped, asking for the year. August 2035, he replied. 30 years inside. And only 5 passed here. Suddenly, the knight snapped at him not to make any sudden moves, told him to just freeze. Then he added that it was already too late. The kid knew, sadly, that the knight was kicking the bucket today. The knight hated that he blew all his energy opening the portal, or things might have gone differently. The armor guy whipped out a dusty pick, tossed it to the kid. Yo, find my one solid favor. If they're breathing, you gotta take care of them. Kid snagged the photo, but frowned. Dude, I'm broke. Can't save anyone. Knight grinned. Not asking for freebies. I'm trading you my insane powers. Kid looked totally shook, but low-key hyped about the upgrade. To upload my stats to you? The knight added. I need your username. Park Kanjo, the knight introduced himself, waiting for the kid's name. In this messed up apocalypse server, the kid, played by 2 rules, the metal-clad warrior, smirked. Finally found you, Cho. June, year 2 Cho's hideout. No glitching out of this one, pal, the knight teased. Cho was running on 1 HP, leaking red all over the floor. Yeah, Choese, think I'm actually cooked this time. Who doxed my location? He spat out. Rank 16, baddie. Had to cut a deal with that creep? Dude, sold your coordinates for like, the knight shrugged. $1 million and a get-out-of-jail-free card for a year. Wow, Coggan's actual trash. Big shocker, Cho muttered. Got my info? The knight said. Time to permaban you, Cho. Cho's life, Flash parents delete, the frame job, the chaos, and losing his little bro and sister. Then it clicked. He knew the cheat code to reset everything. Cho smirked at the enemy. Hey, know what loot this is? He held up a funky, glowing rock in his hand. Legendary item, Cho laughed. The rollback stone. Knight freaked out, eyes popping. Smash that thing, right now. Too slow, buddy. Rock lit up like a flare. Catch you in the prequel. Cho winked. Just let me wake up before my siblings died. Please? Rewind, complete. He jumped back 23 years. Identity, confirmed. Same doomed world, same monster gates, same drama. New game plus mode on. He shook the knight's hand. Let's roll. System ping. Transfer initiated. Target locked. Warning. This download will delete the admin's body. The knight just laughed. Whatever, I was already toast anyway. System log user Park Kang-ho, pressed go. New player Cho. Generating system version 2.0. Copying. Master files. Scanning user Cho's hardware. Cho gritted his teeth. Stay sharp. Don't lag out now. Even at 99%. One slip and the download fails. Night started. Life is a sudden roar. Cut him off. Cho spun around. Behind him, a beast with a massive hole in its chest. Yikes. Night goes. In fantasies, heroes return home and chill forever. He added, so forget the power transfer. Dude, not happening. You gotta dip. Now before your toast, Chun Hyuk was like, nah. The loading bar isn't full yet. Knight sighed. Life's tough. Deal with it, or get wrecked. He wasn't fleeing. Grabbed a stick, like, I got this. Trust. Done running, Knight thought he'd totally lost his marbles. Dude looked tiny next to that Caillou-sized nightmare, but he didn't flinch. Monster just turned and ghosted him. Chun-Hyuk was shook, but hey, he'll take it. Pure luck. Knight scoffed. Thanks to you, Bro Hyuk smirked. If that beast wasn't already wrecked, he'd be dead meat. System kept the download going. Park's body started morphing. Weird, flex. Knight used his last 1% battery to drop some wisdom. Find my fam, protect them, ghost me on this. I'll haunt you. Download complete ding. System pinged, body restructuring for awakening initiated. Warning, this is gonna hurt like heck. Brace yourself. He felt it instantly. Awakening mode. Felt like his bones were snapping and skin melting off. Out. Tiny truck cruised through the wrecked city streets. Driver was vibing, humming a tune. Saw Hyuk and pulled over like, yo, what are you doing here? Hyuk turned around. Whoa, Ki-chun's here. Surprise. Aren't you off the clock today? The driver asked. Swapped to shifts yesterday, so he had to show up today. Tried to leave, but a monster popped up. Got trapped. Missed the bus. Basically, camped out all night. Hun was shook. You stayed here all night. For real. Suicidal much. Hyuk grinned. Nah, hit the jackpot actually. Why are you here? Hyuk asked. Way too early for work. Where's the rest of the squad? Hyen shrugged. Woke up early. Figured I'd roll through. Others will pull up soon. Hyuk knew he was sus. Definitely hiding loot. Parks, the boss. He originally owned the copy master skill Hyuk. Just swiped. That skill lets you Control-C, Control-V, other people's powers. Hun was trash at using it though. That skill made him a total outcast until he croaked in a ruin. Hyen waved by wishing him luck. Why'd he flop? Told everyone he was a copycat at registration. Who wants their grind stolen by a new? Nobody. Hyen sighted the passenger seat. 3 B ranks and 4 C ranks were just chilling there. Felt kinda guilty swiping them. But hey, they nearly killed him first. Just gotta figure out the play now. Could pawn them and retire early, honestly. But he can't. So they're basically just expensive pay. Super rare drops, though. Post-awakening shock made him totally forget the loot last time. Went back the next day. Poof! Gone. Still kits himself over that rookie fumble. So this time, dude checked his 6 first. Was totally planning to snag the goods anyway. Basic monster cores, easy under-the-table cash. But flash high-tier loot, the association and ... the feds would be all up in his grill. Or worse, like getting jumped and left to rot in some sketchy building. To fix this mess, the ... guy needs a license. ASAP. He dialed a contact. Yo, Mr. Busy actually calling me. The voice cracked. Hyen claimed he was flush and wanted drinks with pork bellies on me? Hit the safe zone. Need a solid favor though, Hyun added. What's the damage? His buddy asked. Useful stuff. I'll give you 600 for the lot. Come on, bump it up. Good loot is scarce. Guy sucked back in the day. Yeah, ... maybe 800. But now, it's rough out there. Nobody's buying the fancy stuff anymore. Less people, inflation's crazy. Wallets are shut tight. Suddenly, the kiddos popped up behind him. Teary-eyed duo rushed him screaming, Big bro. Where were you? Thought you ditched us. It was Unjong and totally caught him off guard. Don't yell at him, the contact said. They were freaking out cause you ghosted all night. Cash is cool. But what if you... Poor kid. Hyen wiped their tears. Chill. What's going on? Let's head back. I'll fry up some meat for lunch. The waterworks stopped instantly. Meat, they were totally stoked. Oh, Grandma upstairs wants to see you, Sis said. She mentioned the rent is late. Again. So, the whole crew gathered for chat. Granny was like, why the extra swag, kid? Hook goes. Hit the butcher. Got meat. Thought of you. She told him he really should have thought about the kiddos first. Dude slid the cash envelope over, muttering my bad for the delay. Rent's finally paid. Grams waved it off. Like, no rush, honey. But she definitely wasn't gonna let it slide without a lecture. Knowing he's been broke lately, she only took half the cash. Total MVP move. Junhak thanked her but was like, you really don't have to. Tough times mean we stick together. He grinned. Don't be shy about it. He figured he should just nod and agree. Whack. Graham smacked his head. Don't tell me what to do. He looked totally betrayed. Is that spoon for rice or cracking skulls? Grandma? He grumbled. Then he mumbled, I'm inheriting this house when you kick the bucket anyway. Grams snapped. Shut your trap, Chungsu. That's messed up. You stress me out so much, my stomach is in knots. Instead of studying, you're out there playing porter boy. The kids went dead silent. Awkward silence. Level 1. Chungsu argued. This is studying. I gotta learn hunter moves for when I awaken. Why is Chunhak even wasting time on college? He scoffed. It's the awakened era, bro. Hunter season. Chunhak is totally clueless about how the real world works. Phone buzzed. It was Kyleman calling. Kyleman said he talked to the cap, and they want to see him ASAP. Do good, and you might snag a permanent spot, he teased. Even if it's just backup. Chunhak was like, deal. Kyleman paused. Wait, really? You changed your mind fast? Since the guy usually hated the idea of porter work, truth is, he still didn't care about the job. It was all to save Plus, he lied. My current gig is getting too rough, so I'm browsing for new side hustles. Kyleman said, cool, swing by tomorrow around 8. Oh single, clock sharp, gate 7, West Wa, catch ya later. Chunhak smirked. Everything was going perfectly to plan. Next day, plan was to snag a tank skill, then hit the association. Kyleman spotted him walking up. You're early. Chunhak planned to register as a tank and grab some loot. Kyleman pointed to a huge, armored dude. This is the buddy I told you about. The armored guy spoke up. Team captain, you Sangjin? Tank class. Chunhak smiled. Let's do this. They shook hands. Boom. Copy, complete. A menu popped up. Choose your skills. Options, Iron Skin, Shield Strike, and the unique card, the one that blasts aura and freaks enemies out. Chunhak decided to swipe Iron Skin, Shield Strike, and Suppression. Download, complete. Skills added to his inventory. Chunhak realized a quick handshake was all he needed. Tank skills acquired. Sangjin grinned. Solid grip, kid. The captain gave the nod. Hop in the truck. New guy? The rest of the squad was already chilling inside. Youngjin said they should introduce themselves before hitting the kill zone. Chunyak realized the whole crew was just rank 1. He figured the second he swiped skills from elite players, this low-level loot would be total trash. They hit the highway, cruising toward the target. During the ride, the dude quietly snagged 13 skills, bagged 3 healer moves, a map trick, and 200 buffs, plus 7 attack moves. Totally broken. Now Chunyak was a tank, DPS, healer, mapper, and hunter all at once. But his skill inventory had a hard cap. Still, mixing classes, that's where the OP combos happen. The raid was easy. The monster ended up looking like a pincushion. The boss yelled for Ye Jin to hit the kill switch. On it, she chirped, letting one last arrow fly. Beast down, face in the dirt. Clean wipe, only 2 left. Bored Chunyak decided to toggle a skill just for kicks. But once he clicked it, he'd be stuck in that role. For 24 hours, he planned to register as a hunter right after. No need to make it weird. The captain announced another drama-free day. Great work, everyone. Youngjin noted the loot pile was way bigger today. The guy with the massive backpack groaned. He couldn't handle that beast of a load. Kang told the boss, Yo, this dude's fists were legendary in school. Youngjin asked, You mean back before the world went crazy? Yeah, Kang said. He had a talent for knocking heads. 0 training. Yet athletes dropped at his feet. Chunyak blinked. Wait, was he getting called a bully? Nah, he wrecked the bullies, Kang clarified. Wanted to be a detective? If the apocalypse hadn't hit, he'd be solving crimes by now. Good hustle, the captain said, handing over the cash. Chunyak tried to wave it off like he promised. Take it, the boss insisted. Our porter would have died without you. Then he asked if the kid planned to keep hauling gear. Chunyak said he'd sleep on it. Young Jin suggested they link up again. If the stars aligned? Kang asked his buddy, We still on for BBQ tonight? My bad, Chunyak said. Got stuff to do? Rain check? He headed to the association's Seoul branch. He walked up to the tank counter. Here to register. The girl blinked. You sure you awakened as a tank? Yup, Chunyak lied smoothly. Just happened today. She gave him a weird look. Something weird? Chunhyuk asked. First tank I've seen in 6 months. She gasped. Gretz, you bring your eye. He tossed it over. Cool, sit tight a sec. Sitting down, he thought. Waking up felt so fake. Back in the slammer, finding out his sibs died in a car wreck broke him. Losing them was the reason he turned totally evil? Seeing them alive again. Pure bliss. Thought he was tripping. No way he's losing them again. Protection mode. Stats say endurance is 6,000 to 15,000. Strength rolls between 2 and 5,000. He maxed out everything on the first try. OP much. What's core awakening? Jewel Hyen never spilled the tea. If it's loading, he needs an ETA stat. Admin girl slid his ID back. You're cleared. Follow that guy for the tests? I'm Lim Ji-hoon, the guy said. Chunhyuk introduced himself, and off they went. Setup's ready, Ji-hoon said. Let's roll immediately. She wasn't awakened. Can't copy zilch from her. Assumed this dude was awakened cause he's staffed. Guess normies work here too. Who knew? 3 stages to beat Ji-hoon, explained. Chan-hook lay shirtless on the exam table. Wires everywhere. Stage 1 checks, strength, and stamina. Hooked up, test start. Takes 10 minutes, Ji-hoon said. Just chill. Stage 2, unique skill time. Shield strike. He grabbed a shield and walked up to a dummy. We're tracking aggression levels, Ji-hoon warned. Smash that dummy right there. Hit it anywhere. Don't hold back. Shield strike, activate. Bam, right in the ear. Time for the final boss stage 3. Assessor issues Jihoon side. Come back in 2 days. That's a wrap for now. Head to the counter for your starter gear. Finally, getting that sweet association loot he's craved. Jihoon mentioned he was worried about the shortage of tanks and healers, way fewer than 5 years ago during the big disaster. Even with Stone Awakened, noobs fill in spots. Everyone just wants to be DPS or support. Getting tank or healer stones is a total nightmare to pull off. We're talking unicorn level rare, and even with a stone, there's zero guarantee you'll power up. Chun-hyuk knew the drill. He got lucky enough to snag one and awaken while dodging the cops. Once he went villain mode, registering was totally off the table. Jihoon was stoked. Said he hadn't seen a tank in forever. He reminded him the stage 3 test was in 2 days. Don't flake. Dude, show up on time. Chun-hyuk shook on it. Can't wait to team up. He dipped, grabbing the suitcase full of standard gear. Dude had a sword strapped to his back too. Called Colin on the way. Bruh, I just awakened as a tank. Colin was shook. Totally didn't see that coming. Dead serious? Man. No cap. Walked into this sketchy shop, but the vibe felt right. He rolled up to the counter where the staff was chilling. Colin was still on the phone. Like, that's insane. Saw a giant mantis claw. 3 million coins. Sheesh. Then, the call just cut out. He stepped away from the claw, and the signal came back. So yeah, went to the association, registered and everything. Got a rank 3 tank test in 2 days. Asked if he could porter again. Watching pros hunt helped, right? Was too busy lugging gear to watch the boss fight properly. Then he spotted this wooden ring. That artifact grabbed his attention instantly. Yo, he told the clerk, I'll take the bracelet and the solution. Belonged to Jaden Russell, once rank 3 villain. Big deal. Chun-hyuk had a quick flashback. Before the time travel, back at rank 8, they grabbed drinks. Jaden spilled the tea on how he got it and what it did. Just wearing the thing boosted your skill power by 1/3. Crazy buff. Clerk was staring. Chun-hyuk was like, what's up? Guy asked, you register as awakened today, or what? Yeah, he said, and the guy threw a fist at him fast. Knew it. My power's teleportation, the dude said. Makes sense, but honestly, he was still kinda lost. A fist bump, for a sec, he thought he was getting jumped. Figured a copy of that item would suit him too. Teleporting sounds pretty sick. Other guy bumped him too. I'm Hwang Manu, space manipulator. Chun-hyuk bumped back. Nice to meet. Yup, space manipulation. That's exactly what he needed. The clerk dropped some fresh tea he'd overheard, so if a dude aces the tank exam, he's legit. He claimed tanks are basically awakened royalty. Totally something to be jealous of. Hyuk blinked awakened. Here's this a side hustle. The guys grinned. Nah, this is our main gig. Well, that was a plot twist. He sighed. Too many supports. 0 jobs lately. Can't fight, so I opened this hunter gear shop. Hyuk figured the job hunt must be brutal for him. He grabbed his loot. 350,000 coins. Scored a discount too. Hyuk was super grateful. He did a quick inventory check. Crafting gear. Ready? Bracelet. The solution. D-class crystals at the crib and his blood to mix. A bit of crafting later, the Twilight bracelet popped. System ping. Admin tier artifact successfully crafted. Item synced and registered to his gear slot. Time to check out those sweet stats. Soulbound to system user to Chun-hyuk. Crafted by admin, Sozio Locks. Max power. Hyuk's jaw practically hit the floor. Whoa, an item made by the OG system owner. Phone buzzed. Kang was blowing up his line. Yo Kong said, I talked to the boss. He thinks I'm lying. Says it makes 0 sense. Guy wants to see it. IRL to believe it. Hyuk grinned. Better than a flat? No. Gate 7. Tomorrow. Hyuk popped his space skill. Rummaged through his void inventory for the gear. Gotcha. He yanked the suitcase out of thin air. Next morning, the whole squad was waiting. Hyuk waved. Sup guys. They gaped at his shiny new fit and shield. The leader nodded. Okay, now I buy it. Kid really did awaken as a tank. Kang briefed me, but I thought he was tripping. All that happened in just 1 day. Crazy. He smirked. Yeah, awakened on the walk home. Rare, Jin said. Natural awakenings are way down. Pretty wild that happened to you. Rank 3, test tomorrow. Just here to study your moves. Need the tips. Sorry to crash the party. Yusanji scoffed, like he'll actually learn anything. But hey, since I'm the ARG here, let me drop a little wisdom on you. Yusanji tapped his gear and was like, I didn't grab this shield because the game made me a tank. I chose the tank life. Bro, fighting beasts is draining. You're gonna hit a wall eventually. When you're running on fumes, keep this in your noggin. It ain't your skills or stats that get you back up, it's pure grit. The squad rolled up to an empty plaza and spotted a monster snoozing away. Cat peeked around the corner. We got an ID on that sleepyhead, and its coordinates. Confirmed, came the reply. Just a single drone chillin' there? Youngie grinned. Sweet, let's get this party started. Cap nooged Yang Dejing, double-check the position. Dude, you got it. He popped the holomap to verify the ugly mug species. Yup, definitely a drone. Hits like a wet noodle and moves like a snail, but it's built like a tank. Classic E-class sponge. One guy wasn't feeling it. You sure we got the juice for this? His buddy laughed. Bro, we haven't even started, and you're already whining. Man, chipping through that armor is gonna take forever. Our guy pointed out, we're far enough back. Even if things go south, those slowpokes can't catch us. Yuangji nodded. Valid point. But the target was practically stationary. And Hoon, Seong Nam's crew, they were total pros. The best vets in the lobby. Just stick to the script, and it's an easy win. The healer smirked. Since that thing hits like a pillow, I can basically nap on the job. Sucks for you, damage dealers. Have fun hitting a brick wall. Cap turned to Jichul. Trap screen, all green, boss. Awesome. Chul Min, Dong Hukan me. Rest of you, stay put. Everyone knew the drill. The strike team crept toward the beast. But our main character got a weird vibe. Something fell off. He didn't have the full picture, but he knew. Chulman's squad got wiped in the original timeline. It was a surprise ambush, but if the ambush was just a drone, Hun's team would have crushed it, no sweat. So, how'd they end up dead last time? This smells fishy. Cap radioed. So Yunjin, you said. Locked and loaded, she replied. Fire. The arrow zoomed straight for the bull. Thwack. Direct hit. Move into position B, she called out. Youngji nodded. Textbook stuff. The beast woke up, cranky as hell, and stomped toward them. Cap yelled incoming. It's a ranged unit. Brace yourselves. Roger, that eyes open. The thing reared up and let out a massive roar. It was ticked off. They unleashed hell, and the archer stayed back, peppering it with shots. He groaned. How many arrows does this guy need? I want to go home already. It was eating those arrows for breakfast, still standing and growling. Well, at least it's slow as molasses, the archer quipped. Aim was trash, so he crept closer to the bot. But the beast yeeted him into the wall. Said Doan, Hook drew aggro. So he flanked the rear, claimed the shield was OP nerf. This thing? Beast died, the AFK hunter. Not good. Panic mode. Gotta act fast. Cap screamed shields up, and charged in. Tank spammed hits, knocked the big guy flat. Brief pause. Then it reset and targeted Cap. Yuanjin was like, my bad. I pulled aggro. Cholman. Snipe. Dong Hook? Get in its face. Squad listened. Cap popped his suppress ult. Youngjin yelled, I'm stalling the beast. Cap tanked the hit with his shield. Pro move. Yejin aimed and fired. Asterisk twang. Bullseye drone screeched like a banshee. Cap yelled for mage DPS. Beast turtled up. Both sides closed in for a combo wombo. Spam basic attacks. Yang Jin ordered. Kong Shulman got close. Ah, so tiring. Healer yawned. So, ... If this keeps up, GG total flop today. Why is our RNG always trash? She noted this drone is a super rare spawn. Bad luck means seeing these, like, yearly. Chuck and Hook asked. Kill count on these. Saw 3 in 5 months. Healer shrugged. Healer teased. Newbies thirsty for info. She tossed a gadget. Choi Chunyak blinked. The M's, Jeremy M7. Healer grinned. Legit hunter gear. You're here to spectate. Nah. Do more. Scan stats with this. Ace that third test. Drone's HP is huge. And shield is cringe. CHU Chunhook groaned. Gonna take forever. Archer said, oh guys, new issue. Spit it out. Cap Yusin. Jin said. 4 teammates vanished from the Sung Nams, squad wiped, glitch, or real. Boom, mantises burst from a wall crack. Ambush. Cap yelled, ETA? On those bugs? Under 2 minutes, the shooter panicked. Run Yang Jin yelled, go hide, you too. MC finally clicked why he felt sketchy. It was the freaking mantises all along. The boss told Yajan to freeze. GI, time to set those snappy traps. Chunhook grabbed Yujin's hand, like we gotta bounce. She was totally shook. Run where exactly? The exit was basically a no-entry zone. If that beast snagged them, they'd be confetti in seconds. Young Jin screamed at the squad to skedaddle immediately. Chunhook was like, nope, can't run. Those buggers are way too fast. Plus, they needed like 30 minutes to scrap that drone. Hook asked the boss, yo, what if the mantis pops up right now? Tank said they'd get wrecked. The kid just geared up to fight. 0 time left to think. The mantis was basically breathing on them. Chunhook said, alright, survival mode, just don't die yet. The Cap blinked. Did Chunhook actually lose his marbles? Did the kid think every awakened tank was built the same? Chunhook was a total noob without his hunter license yet. Yusing Jin added that if a rookie who hadn't even done a VR sim fights a mantis, he's definitely toast. Chunhook shrugged. I'm hitting the battlefield once I get my card anyway. So, what's the big deal? He blocked the smash and grilled him. Tank's got a face tank, right? The kid saw an opening and smacked the beast with his shield. The smack made the mantis's eyes literally bug out. Gross. Hook figured. Fail now. Learn fast. Don't die in the real thing. Kong Chulin yelled, "Dude, this is the real thing." The hero asked, "Don't you have bigger problems than me right now?" Suddenly, the drone stood up on its back legs. Major yikes. Hook pointed out, "If you don't trap it here, we're all cooked." The drone took a swing at the team captain. Jin blocked it by a hair. "Okay, the kid's actually right. We need to remix our battle strategy immediately." Donghak stalled with ranged shots. The drone struck again. This time the cap got folded and sent flying backward. Yuseng Jin screamed at Kangi to throw the binding trap ASAP. Just then, the trap gadget zoomed right to the drone's feet. Snap chains caught the paws. "We got 5 minutes." The hunter yelled. Cap realized. Drone in front, mantis behind. Talk about a sandwich. In this tight squeeze, their exit was totally walled off. They bought time, but the vibe was still pretty hopeless. They were honestly in a super desperate spot. Chun Hook rushed the mantis, and shield bashed its weak spot hard. But the mantis just stood there like nothing happened. The kid sighed. One hit isn't gonna drop a beast like this. Arrows kept flying. The cap said, "Yo, Yujin is killing it." She shot back. "It's not like I know how to do anything else." The mantis switched targets and started climbing toward the archer's window. The captain, "Yujin, move your butt. Get out of there now." Bug eyes locked on her, then boom. Claw smashed the glass. Zero chill. The bug just crashed through the wall like, "Honey, I'm home." Yujin gotchiated across the room. Chunhak realized the aggro math was totally busted. Big mistake. Total noob move. Figured his shield bonks would keep Buggy's eyes glued to him. If he didn't pull aggro fast, the archer was bug food. Suppression skill. Pop the Twilight Bracelet. Total YOLO play. Bug peeked inside. Spied Yejin looking wrecked. Praying to the RNG gods, the stats kicked in. Creepy Crawly kept climbing, zoning in on her. Panic mode. Hook screamed, "Run! Girl! Run!" He went full Jedi on the bug's brain. It worked. Buggy did a U-turn to smack him. Taunt, successful. Heck yeah. Cap was like, "Whoa, how'd he steal aggro?" Hook charged. Basic hits weren't gonna cut it anymore. He was trying not to spam the copy-paste skills. But screw it. Destructive body. Go. Equip that sweet DPS. Passive. Backflipped out of the slash zone. Smooth. Now his basic slaps hit like a truck. DPS mode. He got that old school vibe again. Like his pre-reset self was waking up. Pure hype. Archer took the shot. Mantis swatted it. Nope. Arrow went whoosh into nowhere. This vibe. That's how he hit villain rank 8. Hyper perception. Baby. Yajin grit her teeth. Stood up and aimed. Dropped a clang. Blood loss had her totally nerfed. Healer started casting heals. Zip it. I can't concentrate. She snapped. Yujin was like, "Why bother? Save it. Takes too long." Heal Jin Hook instead. Hugh waved it off. "Huck's fine. Chill. Can't heal a guy with full HP? Genius. Dude's a maniac. Tanking everything like a boss," Healer said. "Kinda awesome." Actually, Hook kept wailing on the bug. The beatdown just kept coming. But Chunyuk knew his shield durability was tanking. Yang Jin yelled, "Basic attacks are trash right now. Spam your ults. We gotta nuke it before the trap fails." Cap shouted, "I'll keep Buggy busy. Save his own skin, so y'all better listen." Yuzon Drone stood up and raged. Shield bash. Trap's gone in 10 seconds. Choi pulled his blade and stepped to it. Cap yelled, "It's go time." Kang triggered a crit and went all out. Hit landed. Drone's wobbly and losing HP. Yusen called game. Last hit, easy clap. Chillman looted a Korin card. Jackpot. Jin said, "No, chillin'. Gotta save Jun Hyuk." Meanwhile, Cho kept bunking the mantis. Thing was leaking green goop everywhere. Chu Hook was like, "Yo, done yet? Take this." Choi thought this tank was totally nuts. Dude soloed it and still wants smoke. Joe didn't even look sweaty. Why not let him farm the XP and finish it? Kang was cool with it. "What y'all think?" Yejin was like, "Nah, hard pass. She hates owing favors." Aimed and shot. Chu Hook hopped up. Shield, ready to smash. Boom. Green slime splattered. Cap asked, "He really roll a tank class?" Huntover Cap said, "Hustled to the next zone." Young Jin knew they were gassed, but gotta zoom now. Late means more mob spawning. Kung asked if he used it. Cho played dumb. Chillman meant his hypersensing thing. Cho used it in every school. Scrap, or else his moves were hacks. You good? That skill used to wreck his head all day. Chu Hook said, "I'm chill," maybe because he woke up. Chillman was jelly. Some guys win at everything. Choi said, "You're buying drinks? No excuses." Choi said, "Rain check. Gotta babysit fam." Yan asked, "Who are you really? Did he seriously just awaken?" Noob, fighting like a pro. Chu said, "Luck, total autopilot. Maybe a superpower." Even he was shocked. Jin called Cap. Boss said, "Listen up. Today, Cho solo wrecked. That bug, but he ain't even registered. Forced to fight, sure. Getting busted, pre-registration, big yikes. Chun Hyuk was like, whoops, almost went full villain mode there, boss said. Lips sealed. Squad noted snitches, get stitches. Yeonjun looked away, mumbling a shy thanks for the save. Without him, they'd be toast, burnt toast. Cap decided Hyuk earned a sweet cut of the loot. Hyuk blinked. Wait, y'all taking a pay cut for me? Healer shrugged. No complaints, dude. Hyuk grinned. Anyone salty? Speak up. Doc smirked. Complain, and I stop fixing your dumb faces. Phone buzzed. My bad, gotta take this, he said. Thought it was a Sibs. Nope. Association calling. Test pushed back again. Lab guy reported the Thailand crew is touching down. Hyuk asked, cool, but what's that gotta do with me? Guy explained. C-class nasties hit Bangkok last week. Top dogs from all over Asia got sent to handle it. Korea's ranked third in power, trailing China and Japan. But we outshine Japan, so the media's going bonkers. So the association is obsessing over it. Hyuk nodded. Ah, I get the picture now. Figured they just want to rush him out the door, ASAP. New plan VR battle. Suit up. It's simulation time. Just like the sim room from before the reset, he thought. Target locked. F-class Cirrus. Easy P. 1 hour on the clock. Survive longer. Score higher. Time to sweat. Voice from behind. Setup complete. We're green. Hyuk glanced at the judges. Can we get this party started? Silent nod. Beginning simulation, the system announced. Virtual Beast lunged at him. Wait, the top-tier hunters are actually here. Copying a skill now. That'd be epic loot. The Beast charged him. First things first. Ace. This test. Big guys got sharp senses. Impressive. Usually it takes 4 hours to drop one. Do too well, and the association gets sus. But if he plays it by the book, just burn the clock. Look busy. Don't try too hard. A bit later, the lab noticed he spammed the same move for 3 hours. Guy thought Hyuk was cocky. He'll be lucky not to fail. Even worth watching. The judge's jaws practically hit the floor watching this. Is this the super noob we've been waiting for? Monster attacks? Bam. Kid counters. And when it gets hairy, he ghosts immediately. Wildest part, dude parried everything lazily for 3 whole hours. One judge suddenly looked panicked. Makeup emergency. Got a blast. She lied. BRB, she yelled over her shoulder. The head judge claimed his breakfast burrito was rebelling and bolted too. Judge 3 thought the kid moved like a caffeinated squirrel. He figured, why bother watching more? She whipped out her phone, muttering about a sudden errand. Skipped the potty, went straight to a corner to dial the She started whispering furiously about this tank footage, talking about his insane potential caps. Head honcho was telling his boss, this tank is cracked. Literally insane. Perfect form is the hardest cheat code to master. This kid is the manual. We gotta move before rival guilds do. If we snooze, we lose. Block the others. Now. Our boys' moves during test 3 totally shook the panel. Admin lady tossed him his Congrats. You're officially awakened. Nailed it. Starting at rank C. That's a huge flex. Chunhak blinks a rank. Did I mess up? She said starting at C is rare. Hyuk groaned. Why? C rank again? I mean, he barely tried. Just dodged and saved stamina like a battery saver mode. He sighed. Whatever registered is registered. Time to make that bread and chill with the Walked out to a mob screaming for the pro hunter squad. Cops were struggling to hold back the Stan army. Some pros just back from a Thailand raid strutted out. They gave the crowd the royal wave. There was Kong Ji-yoon, the number 2 damage dealer, total celebrity, and Kim Yoon-ho, the top dog attacker, plus Lee Soo, the nation's number 1 meat shield. Chun-hook paused, wisely looking so salty. Everyone knew the guy had zero chill. Wondered if saying hi would get his head bitten off. Decided to shoot his shot and walked up. He bowed. Yo, huge fan. Kang Ji-young flipped her hair. Nice to meet you, she beamed. He figured she expected him to beg for a signature. Oh, not you, he said. I'm actually here for Lee Soo. The tank looked shook, then glared like he wanted to eat him. Hyuk was sweating bullets, thinking he'd majorly screwed up. Lo Soo gave our boy the death stare. Total panic mode. I mean that face. Guy looked straight up like a supervillain. Was a fist incoming? Lee Soo growled. Yo, say that again. Hyuk squeaked out. I'm your fan dude. Huge fan. Lee grinned wide. You guys hear that? Yoon-ho smirked. Kang muttered. Total win. If that chimp hadn't shown up. Lee gloated. See, I actually got Stan's. 30 minutes back. The limo ride was basically the same drama. Ji-young teased how he yeeted the last fan for being annoying. She kept roasting him, saying she never saw another soul claim to Stan Lee. You bet she wouldn't see any more tank fans ever? Liars suck. Lee gasped. You serious? Don't know who I am. I'm the number 1 tank in the country. Bro, you really think I got zero clout? She smirked. Find one fan before we hit the association? And yeah, I'll go on that date. But if you lose, Yuen added, you gotta work for me. We're raiding a C-class boss in Genesis, she explained. My guild's got DPS for days, but 0 tanks. Lose the bet, and you're our meat shield for a bit. For free. Back to now, Lee kept asking. For real, my fan? Hyuk was terrified, ready to know her Tyrone out of there. But Lee reached out. Man, I'd love to. Sign something, but no pen. Let's shake on it. Clueless, but relieved. Hyuk grabbed the hand. Copy complete. Lee asked, what's your name? Kid? Hyuk Lee tossed him a card. Need backup. Holler. Hyuk bowed. Thanks a ton. Kim shook the scared kid's hand too. Another copy snagged. Hyuk gushed. Crazy meeting a national treasure here. Lee blinked. Say what? Did the kid just call Yunho a treasure? Kim just smirked. No lies detected. Kim checked the time. Prez is waiting. Let's bounce. Hyuk quickly reached for the girl. Big fan of you too. Just one handshake. It'd be an honor. She spun around and ghosted him without a word. Hyuk sulked. Didn't she imply she'd signed stuff earlier? Rude. Whatever. With these copied skills, not just to win a super mega jackpot. Meanwhile, in NYC, the Awakened Association was buzzing. Yo, what's on the screen? A guy asked. It was Hyuk's stink test. Is this 3 hours in and he's only down 3% HP. Yo, where's this dude from? Korea, obviously. Why bother? Clueless noobs don't even know we're peeping. Why all the drama? Can't tell the big bosses yet. Gotta stalk him a bit longer. Kevin, guess how many S-rank gods exist right now? Only 5? Bro. And get this, they all started as C-rank scrubs. That's why we're gluing our eyes to every newbie. Blink, and you might miss the next superstar. Kevin, hit up the boss. Found a Korean tank C-rank on paper. Needed to double-check. But wow, results are insane. Bossman's gotta see this Huck's brain. Level 3, passives. Def up, damage down. Just as I thought, stats buff, dodge, HP, and magic resist. No, plus shield stun hits like a truck now. Sue's tanking hard. That stun is totally clutch for emergencies. Smacking dudes with a shield. Classic, crowd control. Pop it, and bam 5-second, snooze fest. Leo screamed. Yeonjo, get in there. Knight heard it and jumped straight in. No raw attack buffs, but his special skill, game changer. Flash is basically a cheat code here. Teleport, then boom, 100% crit rate. Direct hit, that monster just got deleted. Speed boost to break their ankles. Blink anywhere within 100 meters. First hit is a guaranteed crit. Hook checked his loot. Okay, this is epic. Combine Sue's moves, plus Youngos, add buffs. I could wreck mid-tier mobs as Hook finally got back home. Check the kitchen foods untouched. Weird. Sis trailed him in. He's like, why didn't you guys eat? I bought this ages ago. Why so late? She asked. Busy grinding. He shrugged. She waited to eat with her big bro. He sighed. Told you not to wait. She knew, but waited anyway. Then the waterworks. I dreamt you died and you ghosted my calls. She was freaking out because he wasn't picking up. Hook hugged her, like, chill, I'm not dying. Lil Broco walked in, super hyped to see him. They both waited. Hook felt like a total jerk. Cole, let's destroy this chicken now. Hyuk swore he'd actually look after the fam this time. No flaking. Before, total fail. Way to swam to play big bro. But, he gotta lock in now. That's the whole reason he came back. Post-feast food. Coma hit the kiddos hard. Out like lights. Solo mode, engaged. Time to snap some pics for the marketplace. Uploaded the loot. Now the waiting game for a whale buyer begins. Though Chiron's blessing in Mountain Split, kinda too OP to sell. Tried to learn Emba got the dreaded class mismatch, error lane. Even copy glitched out. Hyuk figured he was totally cooked. Ding, personal core creation complete. Welcome user. Hyuk clutched his skull. Brain freeze times 1,000. Functional core system. Online. Core? The heck? Old man Hun never mentioned this patch note. Guess he stuck staring at a loading bar for a bit. Checked his hands. Whoa. Suddenly feeling buff. Like, max stats, buff. Feels like awakening day one. Gotta figure out what changed. Outside, a lonely truck zipped through the ghost town streets. Hyuk pulled up the HUD. Info dump time. System wanted keywords. He typed. Original system. Enter. Results. 2 parts. Master system and copy. Master system, fancy. Master system is the OG code for basically everything in the multiverse. It's a one-of-a-kind drop. Unlike those basic awakening systems, the copy version needs a user to run. Standard awakening, tier stuff. But the copy master, oh, this gets spicy. It can, straight up Control-C, any ability from the force of creation. Plus, mix and match skills to craft custom hacks. Sweet. Target scope. Anything touched by the system. Yes, anything. Hyuk, reread it 3 times. Still sounded like gibberish. Tech speak. Life forms, so not just players, but mobs too. That's broken. Hyuk hopped up to the roof. Best spot for a test run. Dude realized this wiki search feature was gonna be totally clutch later on. Unlocked via core. Checked stats, holy cow. The numbers went wild. New perks popped up out of nowhere. And the raw stats skyrocketed. We're talking major gains. Then the core specs loaded up. Recharge points. Sounds like extra juice when his mana bar hits 0. Combine that with the bracelet. Yeah, that build is gonna be cracked. And this is just level 1. Imagine the stats at max level. Plus, RNG might bless him with even cooler perks later. Time for a vibe check. He peered over the roof edge. Spotted one giant, ugly mob stomping down the road. Hyuk popped the mini-map instantly. 0 bystanders. Perfect. Time to see what this cheat code can do. Dropped down and strolled right up to the giant ugly, weapon buffs on. Beast saw him, crouched, and charged like a maniac. Chunhyuk stayed chill. Poof. Summoned a massive magic bow. Finally, God why Park Kong-ho was such a beast. He braced himself, aiming that bow like a pro. Twang. Bullseye. Right in the peeper. Monster flailed around, screaming like a toddler. Just to warm up rapid fire before the big crit. Stats maxed out. We're talking OP levels here. Kept spamming arrows. Monster kept eating damage. Time to switch it up. Melee mode engaged. Swapped to a longsword. Let's dance. Up close. Totally snagged all of Kong-ho's moves. Guess he's basically on that dude's level now. Decided to knuckle up and test the goods. Beast down, game over. Timer read, 1 hour, 20. Way too slow with other creeps wandering nearby. Gotta slash that down too. 30 minutes. Asterisk ring. Association calling? Why are they bugging him this early? It's Ruhi at the desk, checking if he's awake. Can he talk? Yo, what's the sitch? He asked. She's like, surprise message from the office. Glanced back, poops. Zombie monster, standing up. Prez wants a face-to-face with our boy. You free for a meeting today? She asked. When's the boss working? Don't want to clash? She said the big boss starts at 7 sharp. Be there then. It's 6:20 now. Just FYI, she added. Beast closing in. They're in 30. He readied up. Popped his stun. Skill monster got dizzy. He hopped on its back. Palmed the beast. And the system pinged. Copy load ear. Grunt skill. Heck yeah. He bailed and landed safely. Copy done. Reached into his inventory. Pulled out a rank core. System. Absorb this to level up. Yep. Absorption started. Stats rewiring. Wondered just how much grinding this saves. Ding. Level up. Monster was basically breathing on him. Used a portal to piece out of there fast. This speedrun's gonna fast-track his second awakening. Chunhyuk knew he messed up. His gut was doing cartwheels. Dude was starving. Stuck in the lift with his chaperone. Decided to peep the stats on that. Skilly swiped from 0. Said Latir mobs would think he's their homie. So the trash monsters won't jump him. Sweet. Ooh, gotta toggle this every time I solo. Major drag. She opened the door to the big boss's lair. Prez was hyped to see him, grinning ear to ear. Said he's gonna drop the fancy talk. You cool with that, kid? Said sure, thinking the guy was already doing it anyway. Boss man was shook. He showed up so early. Is this kid actually a morning person? He wondered. Gotta cook breakfast for the sibs, he explained. Plus, I'm dragging M shopping for new drips. Prez cracked up. You're weirder than I thought. Gen Z humor goes right over my head. Anyway, let's get down to business. The guild had a juicy offer for him. Can you ghost to foreign guilds and stick with Korea? Chunhyuk blinked. Bro, what are you on about? Nobody hit me up from overseas? Intel says the US, big shots are thirsty for you. The boss confessed that their servers got hacked. Footage leaked. Now everyone wants a piece of you. Mistake? Do they even know my class? Oh, yeah. They know everything. Chunhyuk gasped. Even the American giants. Is C-rank that hot? I'm just a one-timer. Prez asked if he knew what double awakened folks get. They usually cap at C. You're already matching the double up crew. Realized the second awakening would max his stats out. Then he'd be hitting a rank for sure. Just waking up twice would make him a total beast, rivaling the triple awakened. Maybe even S-rank with his tank skills. They think he's gold even without S. They really don't want to lose me, he figured. Secretary slid over the paperwork. Here's the loot we're offering. Tax-free 1 billion upfront, plus 2 free air-ink items. Hyuk figured S-class status came with sweet perks. The big boss Prez chimed in saying, the deal lasts until his second power-up hits. It's easy money, the guy smirked. Just sign. Hyuk played dumb. Heard ya, but brains lagging. Is this free loot, or is there a trap card? Definitely a trap. The Prez basically admitted. No swapping teams to another country, while signed, and no foreign guild raids. Gotta clear everything with the HQ first. Also, if a raid pops, Hyuk has to handle it first. So, nobody gets between him and the agency. Prez warned, the guilds act like jealous exes. Their drama would totally override his vibe. That is why the rules exist. Any other hidden gun? Hyuk asked. Nope, said the suit. But decide fast. Offer dies if he calls the Yanks. Hyuk nodded. Why wait? Hyuk grinned, scribbling his autograph. I don't need brain time for this. Dude decided like yesterday. Priz shook his hand. I dig your speed, kid. Hyuk dipped to the city. Fam time with the sea. Dragged the kiddos to a mega mall. The runts were absolutely buzzing. Juno wanted to roam. Yoon told him to zip it. Hyuk laughed. Don't just look, buy whatever. Juno's jaw basically hit the floor. Anything, 2 things. Hyuk said, go wild. Kids went nuts planning their loot haul. Life's been weirdly awesome lately. Hyuk mused. He had been stressing over the drama. That usually hits when the newbie trial ends. Does this slay? Yoon asked, spinning. Totally, Hyuk said. The job wasn't bad. Just gotta stay local and ghost other guilds. The rest was basically just friendly advice. Pretty sweet setup, sales lady snapped. Don't paw the display. Hyuk remembered his own massive quest list. Made it while sorting his past life memories. Chill, he told her. I'm buying it all. Can't leave the country until the list is done anyway. Suddenly, the speaker screamed that a gate just spawned nearby. Hyuk looked at the fam. Everyone chill out and listen to the staff. The store worker was like, please, keep your cool. TBEC pros are coming, so stay put till we say so. The crowd was confused. Shouldn't we bail? Like, now? The worker insisted it was way deadlier outside. I'm leading you to the safe zone, so let's move. Some jerk started shoving, screaming me first. Hook looked at the girl. Get my sibs to safety. Yeah, I'm a hunter, he flared. Gonna go scope it out? Yoon Jong was totally shook. Did bro really gotta go? They said it's doom out there. Chunyak knew the store was the real death trap. If he recalled right, 5 deranged beasts were nearby. In the past, those monsters wrecked the place flat. Back then, he didn't care. Just another news story. Who'd have guessed? It'd be his problem today. Sis, watch our brother. He knew every second counted. But getting them out alive, that was a huge make. Uniel wind. I want to go with Big Bro. He knew the guild would show up after the roble settled. Only one play. Hold the line till backup arrives. The shoppers were losing their absolute minds. Yelling run, cause everyone saw the monsters coming. A cop shouted, get inside. The store is a bunker. Chunyak locked in, sprinted against the flow of the panicked crowd. Our guy was charging straight at the beasts. Just him versus the monsters. With civilians behind, he popped his inventory and swapped to tank skills. Reached into the void to grab his gear. Hook whipped out a shield. If one slips past, his fam is totally toast. Got a tank all 5. He triggered acceleration, fast moves to juke, and confused the baddies. He zoomed past the mob and got right behind him. Then Hook stopped on a dime and spun around. The monsters froze and stared him down. He waved. Come get some, you ugly giants. The D-ranks turned and rushed the hunter at once. Lisu was racing there, totally fuming. Why are we stuck? Cars everywhere, boss. The cops were trying to clear the road, but Lisu raged. We need speed now. Driver's side, chill. Boss, check your phone. Phones, live streaming, some dudes soloing beasts right now. Just a tank, trying to 1v5 mobs? Is he crazy? Driver's like, he's fighting 5. Who is this guy? Lee clocked him instantly. Yo, that's my fanboy. Driver asked again. Lee flexed. Yeah, my fan. Flashback to meeting that Stan at the guild post, tie trip. What was his gamer tag again? Cam guys crying about dying for content. If tank wipes, he's toast. Kids risking it all for the subs. Gotta feed the chat. Streaming live from the kill zone. Lee hops out. Driver's like, yo, where you headed? Saving noobs, Lee said. Squad's like, we ain't FKing either. The squad rolled up, ready to throw hands with the mobs. Lee told Cho to hang back and get info on the new kid. Cho's like, bruh, I don't even know his name. Tank's like it's Cho. Memory unlocked. Lee spins around. Squad ready to roll. Whole crew yelled, let's get it. Tank, yelled on Mia, don't be stupid. Chunhuks, juking and hitting back, sweating hard, solo, thinking, if someone pulled aggro on one, I'd be chill. But he knows, nobody wants that smoke. He's zooming around the square, dodging hip. Kid realized there ain't no other psychos like him in this lobby. Suddenly, it's him versus the huge creeps. Thing was fast. Giant paw about to smash him. Lee spawns in. I'm here, fa. Pops a stun skill. Monsters, lagging hard. Chunhuk shook. Oh my god, it's actually Lee. Tank starts shot calling immediately. Lee tells Yan, check for NPCS, and watch our 6. Doyle, get over here and buff this kid. Stick with him till GG. Hyuk's like, why the lag? Dude was running on 1 HP. Lee saw, he was wrecked, but still grinding. Smiled. You got juice for 2 more, right? Get healed, then squad up with us. Healer goes, stand still. Let me top you off. Lee tosses him a shield. Take this loot. Jump in so we can speedrun this raid. Take too long and the map gets wrecked. Chunhuk gets the meta. Tank sees the dead mob. Less grinding for us. Chunhuk's relieved. Kara's arrived. Easy mode? A beast went full turbo mode, charging straight for the squad. Meanwhile, normies were huddling in the mall's safe zone. Kids watched the Stream Guild pros had been battling for like 3 hours. But 0 bony creeps had been taken down so far, the squad was sweating buckets, looking totally doomed. Unjang was freaking out, but Jun was like, chill sis, just hang tight big bro, is gonna wreck these uglies soon. Yoon Jong asked, you sure bro's gonna make it? Cole was like, duh, he's a tank, nothing scratches him. Update, dropped. One beast finally got deleted. The crowd went wild, screaming they did it. All that risking their necks was finally paying off, big time. Chell told his sis, I gotta peep the action too. Store lady was like, nope, way too sketchy out there. Just a peek, Chell said. Then ping, another creep got toasted. Only 3 monsters left standing now. Chat went crazy with hype from viewers worldwide. Tibet Guild MVP vibes, everyone's totally safe now. But who's the tank guy? Never seen him in the guild. Dude soloed 5 beasts for a whole hour. Absolute legend. The kids bragged, that's our big brother. Hunters kept grinding the rest, but it was super tough. The ones left were the boss level baddies, but the hunter popped a skill, shield bashed, and decapitated it. 7-hour raid. Dude sighed. Finally, game over. Chunhuk caught his breath, ready to crash and recharge. Lady Sue walked up and gave him props. Nice work. Chunhuk was like, I'm dead. Need sleep, ASAP. She was suspicious at first, but knew it was him. He asked. Tank explained this kid was the newly awakened one. First awakening and landed a top-tier S-class rating. Prodigy. Leader called him a weirdo. Chunhyuk went, excuse me. Someone yelled for our hero. He spun around his siblings. They were with that shop lady from the mall. Chunhuk asked the kiddos, you guys hurt? Chul said they're good, adding, I guarded sis. Assistant told Lee, got the scoop on this dude. Tank told him to scrap it. Don't bother digging. Chuhuuk was like, chicken for dinner when we get back. Chu was stoked. Unwanted pork belly. He grinned, let's get both. The kids were obviously down for that. He spotted the sales lady who babysat them. She thanked him, saying, you totally saved everyone from dying. Chunhuk replied, nah, thank you for watching the Munchkins. She got all emo and just hugged him right there. She was tearing up. Chunghyuk turned tomato red, totally awkward. Then the townies spotted the guy. With the kids, hey, that's the news, dude. Gurs were simping hard. He's cracked and hot. Unfair. One guy yelled that, thanks to Chunhyuk. His wifey and kiddos were actually alive. Stand for life, bro. Chunhyuk was shook. What the heck? How'd they know who he was? Tiva said a tank soloed 5 monsters for an hour yesterday. Spoiler alert, that tank was our boy Chunhyuk. Judges gave him S rank instantly. No cap. Guild Prez was like, being famous is a pain. Chunhyuk was like, I'm not a celeb, so quit roasting me. Prez guessed, the post-gate clout was draining him. Hyuk nodded. Phone's blowing up with recruiters since dawn. Plus, everyone wants an interview. It's crazy. Luckily, he got some backup to handle the spam. So it's chill now. Prez grinned. That's why you need us. God drama. Just hit me up whenever. Hyuk said thanks. Then asked, so, why the meeting? Prez dropped the bomb. Gov wants you registered as special. Specials are outliers who totally break the class system. Doesn't mean they're stronger than S, just different. Think of them as mutants. So unlike regular awakened, you don't have to register. He added, totally optional for you, kid, but if you do, the government perks are insane. Chunhyuk asked, do I gotta fly to the US for that? The Prez nodded. Bingo, you got it. And heads up, the test is brutal. Tons tried. Only 3 people actually passed. Prez warned, it's tough. Hyuk said, I'll think on it. He can't just bail on his brother and sister. Let's shelf that for now. The Prez suggested. About your contract? We're boosting your support big time. Hyuk blinked. Wait, didn't we already sign? Yeah, but that was for a promising rookie. Now we got terms fit for a straight-up legend. Hyuk was floored again. But I'm not special yet. Prez shrugged. You deserve it. Nobody else can tank 5D class mobs like that. Funding's up from 1 billion to 5 billion. Tax exemption. Still on. 0 taxes for you. A-class gear went from 2 pieces to 5. Plus, a sweet ride. CHU figured extra perks meant stricter rules, right? The boss was like, nah, chill. Rules stay the same. CHU was totally vibing with that. Then he's like, can I pick up my ride today? Got the whip. Then hit up Lee. Yo, #1 fan here. Calling, cause he needs a solid. Not a biggie, just a hang, if Lee's free. Lee's like, for you, always free. Bruh, CHU, said OMW, pocketed his hand. 10 mints, CHU whipped out a card. Lee asked, so, what's the sitch? Those skills were too obtuse, just pawn off. Tried to equip Mountain Split, but got blocked. Wrong class? Caught you, asked Lee. What's the plan? Did the gate drama steal your thunder? Lee, CHU, got a gift 'cause you saved me. Not just socks, bro. A tank skill card. Mountain split? Lee was shook. Wait, a card with only 9 copies worldwide? Yep, tank skill that hits harder than 80. Basically, the holy grail for tanks. Lee was like, that's bonkers. Said a pro tank should use it, not a noob like him. If Lee was down, he'd sell it for a fair price. Lee couldn't deal. Offering top loot just 'cause he's a stan. CHO's like, just one small favor though. Request kicks in once you master it. They linked up at the main office. CHU slapped the card down. Lee blinked hard. Legit skill card. Fair price. 40 billion coins. Said an auction would pay way more, but he agreed. Total facts. Worth billions. Why not sell it himself? CHU asked. Seller's choice, right? Can't use it. Rather bless an idol than a stranger. The better the idol, you know, than a ronda. Dude was shook. Really? CHU said he's freshly awakened. So, nope. Plus, not his vibe. Lee checked his stash. 20 bill. Cash only, Lee asked. Or trade works, CHU clarified. Trade means gear. Johan flexed that he snagged some buildings for the vestment portfolio. Now they were just vibing in front of one. Chunhook was shook out. He ended up with a whole building. Lita saw asked if the dude was feeling the new spot. Heck yeah. Handshakes exchanged. Trade done. Choi swapped the skill card for the real estate. Lee Su was itching to learn Mountain Split, like right now. Zero chill. The tank popped the skill and started the download. System pinged. Hunter successfully learned the skill. Check it in your skills tab, fam. Chunhook gave Lee mad props. Now, only he and China's Wang Guchong have this tank move in Asia. MC said Lee's rank was gonna go to the moon. Lee Su shook his hand. Rankings are whatever, bro. Just stoked he mastered the skill. Jun Hyak made a copy. Lee Su said the kid was the real MVP here. Deserves props for owning a building while still a fetus. What's next? Chunhook's sticking to the merc life. His main focus now, grinding the noob zone. Only D-class quests. Li Dao figured with a building, the kid must be rolling in it. Chun Hyak was like, world's wild though. Plus, he's got a lil bro and sis to raise. Said life's been a drag since the disaster took his parents. Childhood was basically a horror movie, so he's not letting his siblings live that nightmare. Wants them living that stress-free, rich life. Lesu was like, don't bet on it. The disaster was just the intro. World's toast. Gates and monsters are popping up like crazy. Every day, and we're running out of gear. Plus, we got villains now. First, Deku. Now everyone's terrified of that hunter. Low-noted hunters in Coom keep getting jumped lately. Word is, it's that famous villain, Chajin Su, from Lee's side. Monsters are bad enough. Now, we fight people. Lee Su hinted that a building isn't what the kids actually need. They need a chill sky with no monsters or awakened weirdos. Kid was hiding. Thought he pinged the association ages ago. Where's the backup at? Hooded guy walked up. Wounded dude gasped. Chajin Su. He worked Daegu. Chajin Su smirked. Villains roam. Genius. We bounce whenever we want. Villain mocked. Your squad's cold. Left you to die. Bleeding out, the hunter scrambled up and lunged at the bad guy screaming, but the villain shut him down cold. Chajin Su swatted the attack and slammed the kid into the dirt. Again, he smirked, saying if the brat hadn't yelled for backup, he could have savored the beat. But since we're here, game over. He asked if Cho Chunhook knew who he was. Guy had been trending on the news lately. The injured dude just spat curses and trash-talked him. Villain guys shanked him a bunch more times. You were toast anyway, bro. Then he whipped out his phone to scroll through some clips. Watched a vid where Tank soloed 5 beasts like a boss. Finally, the villain muttered. A fun plaything. 7 days later, Goyang City, Noob Zone, where rookies grind XP against mobs of all levels. Chunhook panted. Last one for the day. Guys. Tank grinned. Don't slack now, kid. Almost done. Jokes on them, multiple mobs popped up. No chill time yet. Archer dodged. Sniping mid. Tank that thing. Kid swung his massive hit. Special skill procced. Charging his weapon with serious juice. Boom. Monster blew up. Just one left. Chunhook yelled. Quit toying with it and end this. So Yejin drew back and loosed an arrow bolt. Headshot. The beast dropped dead instantly. Chunhook did the math. 20 mins solo versus 2 hours 20 with this squad. But he was stuck. Folks were already calling him a freak. Squad lead walked over. Nice moves. Choi, your aggro skills made today a cakewalk. No sweat. Chunhook shrugged. Just glad you let me tag along. Yang Ji raised an eyebrow. Gotta admit, I'm shook. Weeks ago, you were lugging bags. Now you're a beast wanting merc work. You owe cash to the mob or something? Chunhook shook his head. Thinking of starting my own guild one day, but I'm clueless on how to run one. Need XP first. Figured I'd learn the ropes from you, boss. Yang Jin nodded. Guilds are different beasts, but leading is leading. Then he asked, why don't you, just take over this team? I'm the lead now, but I'm bouncing from the rookie zone soon. Can't stay a noob forever. And I think you'd kill it as leader. Ain't a guild, but you'll get, tons of practice for the big leagues. Chun-Hook sighed, my stats aren't there yet. Hiller was like, Tank used to be the main character, but Choi saved our butts last raid, so he is the MVP now. We would be toast without him. He is totally qualified. The DPS guy nodded. His aggro skills bagged us 3 beasts today. Others only got 2. We are making bank and leveling up soon. Choi is our cheat code. The whole squad vibed with the plan. Yang announced, new boss in town, starting today. The striker gave props. Lead us to victory, dude. Sanj added that Choi gotta grind for himself and the crew. Total win-win situation. Yong said that is basically leader mode 1. Otherwise, just trust the Asked if he knew the PKER hunting noobs near Gangnam. Choi nodded. Yeah, heard of it. Usan said the creep ganks rookies while they are farming. Guild is sending a hit squad to banhammer him. Yang warned. Keep comms on 20-4-7. Drinks later. Choi picked up his buzzing phone. It was his little brother's teacher calling. Call done, Youngjin asked. Why the grim face, bro? Choi sighed. Rain check on the beers. Gotta hit the school? My bro is acting up. Teet said Unchal is zoning out hard in class. Plus, he is throwing hands with friends. Got worse this week, so she had to dial big bro. Seemed serious. Choi asked, why is he raging? She said the kid wants to be OP like you. Claims he needs gains to be a tank main like his brother. Scolding him did 0 damage. So she has a tiny side quest for him. Parents sometimes guest star as teachers. Would be epic if Hunter Choi could explain the Hunter life and drop some battle loot stories. Choi blinked me. Attempt teacher. For real. Do not stress it. The teacher added. Kids love Hunter stuff. It will be a total vibe. Choi left and saw his bro sulking nearby. The kid said, sorry, admitting he messed up. Choi asked, why the PvP though? I said you tank mobs, but they called cap. Had to defend the truth. Called me a liar. Said a nerd like me cannot have a cool bro. Choi paused. That is why he was salty. Bring the squad later. Snacks are on me. Uncle's eyes got all watery. Alone on the roof, our guy thought. If Unchal goes pro hunter, I can't stop him. If it's fate, it's gonna happen. That's how he turned into a baddie himself, basically. Hyuk recalled Disa saying hope was a total joke. The big crash, just the intro. World's ending, slow-mo style. Random gates and creepy monsters popping up 24/7s. Hyuk figured we need a world, minus the creeps and supers. Dude, fired up the teleport circle. Too bad that monster hero-free paradise ain't ever happening. Teleported by the whip. He hopped in and started the car. How long can he protect his sibs in this mess? What if he gets wrecked in the next boss fight? Hyuk decided the kids gotta learn to survive solo then. Ping to Hugh. Yo, any hunters in Gangnam today? Check the noob zones for me. Got word, there's a squad lead by Tank Joe farming near the district office. Rolled up to the map pin, Hyosu asked. Why you asking? Bruh. Hyuk stepped out. We're moving to Coombe soon. He lied. Just saying hi so they don't think I'm stealing their loot. Hyuk said, thanks. Hung up and booted the holographic radar. If he can't give his bro and sis a safe world, he'd wipe out the scourges ruining it. Hyuk decided to make a move. Like, right now. Spotted a dot. Aimed his bow. Gocha! Chahinsu! Arrow zoomed straight for the kill zone. Guy was fighting a beast when the arrow skewered him. Dude coughed up blood instantly. Our boys smirked. Bull listened to the comms. Huntus were shook. Who shot that? Who'd pull this craziness with a boss coming? Hukes, these guys are useless. Trash. Kept firing. Running cause one tank died. Lame. Next one's a headshot. He decided. Suddenly, a voice. Long time, no, see. Hyuk spun around. Surprised. Who's there? Stranger held the arrow. How should I wreck Chagansu for the headlines? Hyuk was confused. How'd this guy know that name? Do they know each other? The guy snapped the arrow. We don't, but Chagansu will know me soon. The baddie was triggered. Was this dude actually trolling him? Chun-Hook yeeted the broken arrow aside. I know this clown. Rat snitched on his partner and leaked the spawn point. Claims this jerk made him waste a rewind stone mid. Jinsu had 0 clue what he was yapping about and called him crazy. Chun-Hook shrugged. You wouldn't get it. Time to brawl. Scared. Nah. Jinsu got salty and rushed in to throw hands. Chun-Hook popped his speed buff instantly. Jinsu zoomed in, ready to smash. Swung his tried a kick total air. Our boy just kept weaving like a pro. Another dodge sent, the baddie stumbling. Looked totally shook. With the first hit, Chun-Hook booped him right on the nose. Total fail for Jin. After this beatdown, your face is gonna be cancelled. Suddenly the nasty smoke bomb dropped. Hero blinked. What the heck? Couldn't see a thing? Using the fog, the sneak pulled a shiv. Cheap shot. Figured he'd pull some dirty tricks from his sleeve. Popped up behind the hero like a creep, knife ready. Chunhook's senses tingled. Jinsu lunged. Thinking GG. Psych. Chunhook swerved and clapped back hard. A sec later, Jinsu's eating dirt and taking face shots. Meanwhile, Chunhook kept rubbing his eyes. Yo, who throws glitter in a fight? Jinsu stayed floored, begging and offering his whole inventory. Chunhook asked if he meant the stash hidden at the villa. Chill, cops will repo that anyway. Jinsu gasped. How'd you know? The loser stuttered. Didn't you brag about it? Chunhook recalled the bad old days. Sold every scrap of loot for cold cash. Pow, what good is money when you're wrecked? The guy just kept whining for mercy. Punches kept raining until he stopped twitching. Later, some unconscious trash was found by the cops. Breaking news, the Gangnam newbie hunter attacker got busted. Early this morning at 4, police cuffed Jinsu. Chunhook mused. Used to be tied. Now, I own him. The hero felt like he could rip the guy like wet paper. Stoked that the creep was finally in the cage. Went on TV, acting all shy about it. Cha Jinsu made the Coom Zone a total nightmare to hunt and scared tons of people off. He said that weight is gone now, so hunters can finally focus on their actual jobs. The association prez walked in, saying sorry for the holdup. The boss asked why the kid wanted to sit down. You in some kind of hot water? Chunhook shook his head. No drama. Just wanted to tweak a few contract deets. The big guy leaned in, all ears. I'm listening. Chonghek admitted he'd have to flake on his promise to the prez. Later, he swung by his buddy's place. The door opened, and what total shocker. Who visits at the crack of dawn? Even Chunhook wondered why he was there. Seriously, how is anyone asleep right now? Jang Soo cracked the door, spotted Chunhook, and bowed like a loyal fanboy. Chonghuk blinked. Dude, why do you look like a mob enforcer? Soo said sorry and asked what's up. Hack said, need a chat with your granny. Soo yelled back into the house. That, a guest was here. Yup, Chunhook needs a word with you. It's super important, so shake a leg. Chunhook slapped a crystal on the table. Grandma's eyes nearly popped out. What's this? He told her it was an awakening stone for attackers. Granny knew quality when she saw it. That rock screamed pricey. Word on the street said these things cost over $1 billion. Chunhook Nadidi, it's worth a fortune. Granny was shook. Why bring it here? If you're cool with it, he said, I want to give this to that idiot, she gasped. Why waste treasure on him? Hayek explained he's got a massive workload and needs a trusty sidekick for the hard stuff. He figured Jang Soo was the guy for the job. Granny looked skeptical. Him, reliable? Jang Soo looked totally offended. Hayek smirked. He's a bit of a space cadet, but he'd never stab you in the back. She agreed. Kid was a handful growing up, but definitely no traitor. He pointed out that she tried to stop him. The kid still ran off to haul gear for hunters. If he's gonna be in danger anyway, better he rolls with me. I'll make sure he doesn't get squashed, Chunhook promised. Granny gave the thumbs up. Jang Soo pumped a fist and thanked her. Don't get cocky just 'cause you're awakened now, she warned. Then she asked, is he joining the association like you? Nah, the hero said. I'm going freelance mercenary, not an official member. Chungu asked if the bigwigs were okay with that. They're gonna hate it, right? The prez asked. So, you go and merc on us? Yep, the kid nodded. Gonna need to register a legit business for that. Gotta keep the tax man happy, the boss explained. Monster hunting is tax-free, but mercenary work, that's a whole different ballgame. Chunhook threw in that if the boss gave the green light, he'd launch his own squad. Now the prez understood why he had to ditch the promise. Choi explained. Register but ghost it. That equals tax drama and weird rumors. The big cheese spoke up, saying usually guilds are banned, but this kid wants to go solo. He was like, so, is that a hard no? Or, the head pointed to the fine print in the contract. If he's riding their coattails, they can't boost his side hustle too. She added she didn't get why he's murking when he's already set. Dude's grinding with the team and stacking serious cash. Chunhook shrugged. If I got the skills, I gotta use them. He admitted he used to think squashing small fry was pointless, but he flipped. Even wiping out just one creep makes the world a way cooler place. As a hunter, gotta frag as many baddies as possible while he can. The boss blinked. Did he come all this way just to rant about mobs? Chunhook sighed. Y'all totally got it twisted. The prez smirked. Since you're here, want to make it official right now? If he does, requests for his help gotta go straight through the commission's desk first. But play by the rules, and nobody gets a headache. Chunhook told Gran and Chungsu to chill out about it. I already hashed it out with the suits. Chungsu gasped. For real? Whack? Gran slapped his head. Think he's lying. Gran is totally team Chunghook. Then the kid dropped another bomb. We're moving. Soon. About time. With that much loot, staying in a dump is crazy. He asked if Graham was coming. She looked shook. Me? He got real. Since Mom and Dad bailed early, you carried us. If Chung-Soo gets swamped, you're gonna be lonely as heck, Sola. She waved him off. Forget it. My place is fine. Why bail? Chun-Hyuk stood up, bowed deep. Serious mode? Thanks for raising me like your own son. Grant. Weeks later, they're staring at the JH Mercenary Corp sign. Chung-Soo was vibing hard. This is sick. Chun-Hyuk rolled his eyes. Don't trip. Let's grab Chung-Soo. That looks fire. Moving day rule? Noodles first. Chun-Hyuk promised steak later. Chung-Soo got emotional and swore he'd never forget this. Chun-Hyuk was like, don't sweat it. It's literally just a bowl of noodles. Not the food, bro. The awakening stone. That's worth a fortune. And you just tossed it to me like it was nothing. Chu Chun. Hook told Chong-gu to chill. The stone wasn't his anyway. I owed you one. Dude? Our hero shrugged. Chang-Soo's jaw dropped. Owed him for what? A girl walked up, eyeing their snacks like trash. Two girls stood there, whispering about how weird it was. Kids starting a merc guild. Yo, Chun-Hook did a Wait. Was that Kang Shi-yoon? The Genesis Guild sorceress? Haven't seen you since the awakening exam? She chirped. Whoa, Jang-Soo. She's way hotter in 3D. Sakuchin Hawk elbowed him. Bro, keep it in your pants. Thanks, Jun cringed, but you're making it super awkward. Cho Chun Hook frowned. How'd you even find our hideout? Lee Desal strolled in. Man, this party looks sad. You launch a guild and ghost me. Chun-Hyuk froze up. Seriously, how did Lee Do-soo find out about this? Kang Gyun flashed her phone. Saw it on my feed. Park Chang-woo's been DMing me. Chu Hook glared daggers. You blasted this online without asking me. He snapped. Just trying to get us some hype. The kid pleaded. It's marketing. Bro Lou laughed. Cut the kid some slack. He's right though. You need the exposure. I'm the only member. Hook groaned. It was supposed to be a secret. Ah, I get it now. Lita Sauce smirked. Opening day, and you two are eating instant noodles. If I knew you were crashing, Hook sighed. I'd have bought real food. Don't sweat it. Lita Saw waved him off. I ordered catering. Chu Chung Huck's eyes went wide. You what? No need to bow. Lo Su grinned. Just a housewarming gift. Chu Chun. Hook actually smiled. Thanks, man, seriously. Jae-Zhu high-fived him. Congrats. You really own this building? Being a landlord at your age, I'm totally jealous. Chu Chun Hyuk turned bright red. Stop. It's weirding me out. Why are you blushing? You earned it. People only respect me because I hold the deed, Hook mumbled. Hae-Soo laughed. Classic. Cho Chun Hyuk move. Makes you cooler. Dummy. Jae-Zhu asked, does this mess up our hunts? Nah. Chu Hook said, I'll juggle the assignments. Won't let the schedules clash. Don't stress. Okay. Phew. Jisoo breathed out. That's a relief. Jian smirked. Glad you're happy. Jisoo snapped. Wasn't talking to you? Why do you always bid in Kang Ji-yoon cut in? Sorry, gotta run. Need a quick word with Chunha. Like 5 seconds. Jisoo rolled her eyes and left. Okay, Kang-gun said. Straight talk. I'm not just here for the cake. I need a favor. Shu Hyuk blinked. Genesis Guild needs my help. Seriously. Yep. She nodded. You up for a D-class mission? Shu Hyuk claimed his tanks could eat those D-class creeps for breakfast. Why bother? Jian asked, dropping the bomb that the reward was 1 billion. Chun Hyuk would get the standard meat shield cut, obviously. Jong-soo was like, heck yeah, we're taking that gig. Dude said, that's insane. Plus, it was Hyuk's debut mission. You don't just ghost your first job, right? Jijan grilled him. I'll wire the cash right now. Hyuk agreed but held up 2 fingers. 2 conditions though. First off, he asked if June wanted to buy a skill card. It's Kieran's blessing, he bragged. Top tier, buff stuff. Kangi gasped. No way. Does he actually have that rare drop? Yup, her pal confirmed. Just scanned it. Totally legit. The price tag, a cool 13 billion. No biggie. Hyuk offered a peek. The mage girl asked, okay, what's condition 2? If you learn it, he smirked. Just give me a handshake. Weird flex. Jun shrugged. Deal. Easy peasy. 1 week later, total apocalypse vibes everywhere. The squad warped in, landing smack in the middle of the danger zone. Hyuk blinked. Wait, aren't we supposed to take the new bus first? She rolled her eyes. Most guilds do, cause their portals are trash. But my level 3 warp skips the line straight to hard mode. Jian looked around. So, where are the uglies hiding? The mapper said, crowded in 3 spots right now. 2 mobs are cuddling over here. The rest are social distancing. Jian decided. In that case, let's go jump the lonely monster first. Uh-oh, the mapper said. Next spot's got squatters from another guild. Gi raged. Excuse me, we totally called dibs on that zone. The guy replied. Yeah, Hunter, Lee, From Chewbacca heard, Hyuk is our tank. So he jacked our spot. Jian fumed and turned to her tank. Hyuk, just chilled. Relax. Queen, it's all good. I'll handle all the tanking myself. Jian's jaw hit the floor. Wait, you gonna tank for both guilds? Simultaneously? Done it before. He shrugged. It's doable, just annoying. Just gotta spam my aggro skills a bit harder. He added, piece of cake. No drama. Suddenly, angry mobs started rushing the squad. She worried, he's boss, but shouldn't we play safe? Kung Jian waved it off. Chill out, girl. He soloed 5 beasts. Once, the dude's built different. Jun teased. You're acting weird. You never care this much. Crushing on Hyuk. No, she defended instantly. He's just actually nice. Jian raised an eyebrow, meaning most pro tanks are total jerks with huge egos. He's not. Anyhow, Chunhuk played the nice guy, dapping up every guild member first. Kept it humble. So she figured he was actually a decent human. Jun got the go sign to prep for the showdown. Chu Yuk was like, when I signal, just spam light attacks. Okay, bro jumped right into the mosh pit, making every monster hate his guts. The strat worked. The beast charged our guy, like he owed it money. He figured using Parko's copycat moves right now was a total no. Hook had to admit, juggling 2 beasts at once was a nightmare. Honestly, solo grinding might have been way less of a headache. He yelled get em to the squad while popping his suppression skill. The hunters leaped from cover and started doing their thing, like a well-oiled machine. They saw Chunhuk face tanking a giant kaiju all by himself. Without that sunset ring he swiped from Jinsu, he'd be total toast. Glancing at the bling, he knew Jinsu would flip out if he found out. But, whatever. Snagging this ring was the whole point anyway. Sunset ring. Activated. Boom. Extra health points. Pretty sweet buff to have. Best part? Healing 1, HP a second. Basically, unkillable zombie mode. Fight over. Time to wheeze for air and check the scene. Jian was like, cash sent. Check your phone. Chuni saw the digits hit his bank account. Coach it. Kang Jian gave props to the kid for the hustle and teamwork. After crushing that first gig for Genesis Guild, random smaller crews wouldn't stop blowing up his phone. Since tanks are unicorns, the decent D-class ones all bailed for big guilds. Still, our dude grind non-stop for a month. No merc jobs. He'd just crash team hunts. No team around, solo run it as Chunhuk hit a wall. He couldn't keep doing this lone wolf stuff forever. Suddenly, he felt his insides remixing or something weird. Wait, what? System says. Second awakening, complete. Stats went through the roof. Bonus points, new features, and fresh skills unlocked. Sweet. Skill merging, leveling up, and some copycat zone. Spear skills got buffed. Plus, he snagged a move Park Kong-ho used. Hook realized his health and power just leveled up big time. Especially that health bar it basically doubled. Insane. Dump points into health. And he's a tank god even at that's practically tier 3 awakened status, right there. He popped the menu to creep on his new abilities. Besides a random skill drop, something else popped up. He blinked. Can you seriously mash 2 skills together? No way. Mash everything together. Boom. Totally new power unlocked. Lightning plus mountain slice. He bet that combo would birth a sick, unique move. Dodge mixing passive and active types. ... And the skill combos go on forever. Limitless. He was wigging out. Needed to chill. Time to peek at the next ability. If the second awakening is this lit, level 3 is gonna be bonkers. Time to peep the skill he was actually thirsting over. Valkyrie Summon, universal skill. Her stats scale off his base specs. Realized what accidental loot he snagged from Parka. Summon Valkyrie. Chu Chunhuk. ... Instantly mashed the activate button. Test run. A glowing orb popped up, so bright he had to shield his eyes. Out steps a girl from the light orb. She says, hey. Cho Chunha was like, you a Valkyrie. Recheck the info tab. Heart nearly leaped out of his ribcage. Realized it was her stat sheet, but the vibe was weird. Sus. Why were her gear slots totally blank? She explained he had to gear her up himself. DIY style. Said if he equips her, the stats apply instantly. He got the gist, but admitted it felt kinda cringe at first. He popped open his subspace inventory. Started rummaging through his subspace for the right loot. Soon, gear started materializing on her. Dude just hoped the Valkyrie would get it. She might hate the drip, but the gear kept piling on. At least she wasn't barefoot anymore. Told her he was basically out of female gear. Asked if she had a name, or if she came nameless. She said her ex-boss Park Kong-ho dubbed her Park Shi. He was like, Park Shi? That name's a no-go. She looked Western. A Korean name was a total mismatch. She said Park Chian was his little sis's name. Dude was shook. Wait, was she actually Park Kong-ho's sister? Recalled Park handing him a pic. Find my protect them. Park warned he'd never forgive him, even from the grave, if he She said if the name was weird for him, he could swap it. Since she had a new owner, Protocol says she gets a new handle, he suggested Sarah. She was like, if you name me, I'm cool with whatever. He asked if he had to spoon feed. Commands in a fight, or if she could read the room herself. Sarah said, just set the vibe and point the way. She'd improvise, but new orders take the lead. Asked how Park used to run her in fights. She said she could respawn even if she got wrecked. Last time she played tank on the front, Chunhook toggled map mode. Bro decided to play test Sarah on a single mob. Red dot acquired. Chunhook went 1v1 against a massive beast. He used blink. Since he wasn't Kong Ho, Sarah swapped from tank to D. Girl powered up her blade and started talking smack. She said it was way too risky for a guy like him to play tank. Sarah crept up behind, noting she respawns. But for him, game over. Chunhook argued the strat was way more meta. He'd pull aggro while she focused purely on DPS. Beast started closing in. Dude told Sarah to chill until he grabbed the enemy's focus. MC added that once he signaled, she had to spam lightning strike. Ace. Chunhook triggered stun charge. Mob got dizzy. Then boom, lightning strike landed. After the slash, the monster shrieked. That HP bar dropped hard. Chunhook figured, why hold back? Let's end this. Our hero unleashed a shield bash. Mob couldn't tank that hit and got knocked out cold. Chunhook yelled, go. Sarah dove straight into the fray. Sarah screamed she was casting lightning strike. She flanked the mob again, followed by a mountain cleaver smash. Beast howled. Chunhook, blink since. When was she this OP? He thought, if we keep grinding like this, we're golden. Monster Chunhook figured they could wreck your ranks. Then asked, you got feels? She replied, yeah, I totally have feelings. Sarah said she was human before the Valkyrie upgrade souls from a lost server. She added that only the absolute MVPs get selected. Our guy walked up to her and said he heard she's a crafting god. He needed to order gear. Girl was like, sorry, shop's closed, no new orders. She apologized. Chunhook was shook. Seriously? Even for a steer loot? She blinked. Wait, what tier? Chunhook explained he had drops from a B-rank mob. He wanted S-rank gear, or he'd take his business elsewhere. Master gasped. How to noob snag B-rank mats? Chunhook rolled his eyes. Doesn't matter. Bottom line is, I got the good. Ask questions. I walked. Master was like, fine, IDC really? I just want to craft with that high-tier loot. Chunhook ordered full tank armor, a girl's DPS set, and 2 bucks. The dude asked for the ETA. She asked if the tank needs heavy plate and the girl's stats. Chunhook replied, she's about 170 centimeters tall. She asked for her bust size. Bro got super awkward. Prob a solid B-cup, the crafter guessed. Chu gave the green light. Cool, that's all the info I need, she chirped. Chu checked. So, what's the E? Gotta be precise. So, give me 5 months, she said. Whatever, he was geared up anyway. 6 months until the rift popped. He shook on it. Deal. Sweet. When can I get the loot? She asked. Right now, he replied, asking about that Shinso agency place. His intel said it was basically next door. Oh, super close. I'll walk you, the crafter offered. Inside the agency, some guy was like, sup, how can I help? Chuhuk flashed a pic. Need to find this girl. Name Spark Chi, he added. 1 week later, Shuk and Valkyrie were sparring a giant beast. Sarah rushed the ugly thing. Pop and shield stance. Whack, right in the neck. Still standing, totally fine. She yelled at him. Yuk zoomed in. Lightning strike plus mountain cleaver. Boom! The monster got sliced into confetti. Target down, Sarah reported. Time check. 8 hours, 20 minutes. She answered herself. Too slow? Sarah pouted. Hey, used to take 10. Shaving off 2 hours was a massive win. Honestly. Chuhuk scoffed. Yeah? But Park Konjo wrecked. Over a dozen B ranks in 1 hour. Scared off in a rank. 2. Chill, master. Don't rush it. She sighed. That guy was basically a cheat code. You're leveling up by mixing skills. Remember, she added. Perfect shield plus perfect attack equaled total awesomeness. Tests showed merged skills either morphed or doubled up effects. Sudden rift is coming soon, he warned. To grind ranks, they needed to be speed demons. Ring ring. It was Chang Tai from the agency. He was right outside. Can I bug you a sec? They met up. Spill the tea, Chuhuk said. Heard of the outlaws? Chang asked. Those awakened creeps camping in the red zones? Yeah, mostly first-gen awakened guys. They enslave stragglers and play pretend. King, honestly, worse than the villains. I know that. What's it got to do with Park Chi? Chang grimaced. There's a chance he's a slave to those psychos right now. Hyuk blinked, totally thrown off. Wait, seriously, what makes you say that? Dude, his buddy broke it down. Park's fam lived in Samson Priya, and now that place is a total red zone. There was absolutely no way to know for sure if the lawless gang had set up shop there. But get this, Jang said. Some snitch claimed yesterday that the baddies actually moved into Simone. Hyuk frowned. You've got coordinates on their base, or what? Jang shook his head. Not yet, but give me a battah. Dig it up. Cool, Hyuk said. I'm gonna keep scouting the zone then. Jang flashed that same crumbled photo he'd been holding. Later that night, Hyuk crashed at home, giving his lil bro and sis a big squeeze. The sitter was there too. Dinner's ready, she chirped. I'll plate it up in a jiffy. Chu Huck was shook, seeing the insane feast. Ready? Grilled lil bro and the maid. He stand her. Epic eats. Spotless pad. She helped study too. Then she had to dip. She asked, anything else? Hyuk goes, probation's up. Wanna stay? She goes, bet. If he's chill, she is down. He scratched his head. Cool. Just kids. So, he guild for a maid. Did not expect a teen. Kinda sus. Why's she here? G spilled, broke, plus, sick mom. Plus, jobs are impossible. She had a secret reason too. Her sis was that mall clerk. She just wanted to say thanks. Dad died. Just them now. He blinked. She took this gig for him. She said 2 weeks back. A call came. The guild called. Needed help. Saw the name. Didn't think. Just spilled the info and rang. Jang Ji hoped for no drama. She's got this handled. Girl bragged. She's a total kid whisperer. Swore the dude won't regret it. Totally solid. Hi X-Chill. Got it. Let's talk contract deets. Me Group HQ. Korea's 6th biggest corp. Huge. CEO's stuck in a snooze fest board meeting. Hajin chairman, Kim Spoy, is director now. Said Pops personally wants their own guild running. Some dude was like, yeah, we know, that the director's holding the bag. Hagen's all, yep, my ambitious solo gig, gotta match his Pops' crazy expectations. No pressure, right? Any actual influencers worth an invite? Or just NPC? If not Estir gods, like Sue or Kim, at least someone adjacent. Dude was like, yeah, that's basically impossible. The big three already snatched up all the celebs. Everyone else is spoiled rotten by their current crews. Heijin rolled his eyes. Not what I asked. Genius. Just make it work. A rookie raised a hand. Boss. Some hater goes, zip it, Wong. Grown-ups talking. Hajin shrugged. Nah, spill the tea. The kid goes, forget the politics for a sec. Fame-wise. One dude rivals, Sue, Kim, and Kong. Hajin raised a brow. Huang smirked. Y'all definitely know the name. See it Chunuk. Hajin gasped. Wait, totally. How'd that absolute legend slip his mind? Major brain fart. Dude tanked. 5 Durank beasts. Even Lee said no way. Huang added, we bag him, and we're golden. Instant clout, plus he's actually, like, useful. Hooten was vibing with it. Youth equals crazy ideas. Fresh blood wins games. Unlike the boomers, Huang's brain is actually on. Hajin frowned. Isn't he owned by the association? Bet his contract bans joining guilds. So, genius, how he's stealing them? Duh. That's why the big guilds quit trying. But here's the kicker, He single quotes. Gettable? Hajin asked. And if you flop, Huang said, then my neck is on the chopping block. Hajin grinned. Dig the confidence, kid. So, what's the play? Why he's hunting in else? That zone has some serious kaiju problems. Chunyuk checked his 6. No peepers. Coast clear. Cool. Full power mode. Longsword summon. Pop the Valkyrie summoned. Girl spawns in. Ready to wreck stuff? Boss. Chunyuk smirked. Let's test our combo. Sarah raised her shield. Knuckles white on the hilt. Beast, incoming, fast. Shield bash. She yeeted herself at the mob. Boom. Massive energy. Burst on impact. Sarah yelled, target stunned. Chunyuk hit lightning flash and flanked it. Sarah held the front. Beast was totally dual attack time. Mountain cleave. The combo attack synced up perfectly, boosting the damage stats like crazy. Monster toasted. Chunhook checked the clock. What's our time? 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Sarah grinned. Skill, efficiency, over 100%. Sweet Chunhook nodded. Let's bail before the sun comes up. Out of nowhere, a glowing portal popped open just yards away. Chunhook did a spontaneous skates are actually a thing. It's a treasure gate, Sarah squealed. A what now? He asked. She admitted she'd only raided these with Park Kang-ho a couple of times, but she swore the loot drops were always legendary tier stuff. Like that insane power weapon in the beefy ... amplifier, both snagged from a treasure gate. Super rare spawn? Boss, skip this, and we might regret it forever. We gotta jump in before it vanishes. Say less, Chunhook decided. We're doing this. Standard procedure. Chunhook booted up his virtual mini. Total maze, he noted. Without my cartography hacks, we'd be screwed. Sarah sighed. I'm kinda useless for this part. Even the big boss of Fravia only found 5 of these in his whole life. Chunhook shrugged it off. Just being here helps. He toggled the real-time info feed. System prompt popped up asking for a keyword. Treasure gate, he commanded. Basically, a loot box filled with gear from destroyed worlds. Supposedly, there aren't any enemies lurking inside. Just super rare, golden RNG drops with tiny spawn rates. Chunhook frowned. That sounded sus. No enemies at all. Usually, good loot is guarded by some nasty security system. You good? Sarah asked, noticing his face. Total trap, he warned. Look safe, but step there, you plummet. Sarah started suggesting a way to check the floor. We should test the tiles. Nah, Chunhook cut in. Too slow. He equipped his power weapon, summoning a massive mace instantly. He slammed the heavy weapon right into the floor tiles. Crunch, the fake tiles shattered, revealing the gaping pits below. We just hop on whatever didn't break, he grinned. Suddenly, a ginormous ... stone boulder started rolling their way. Time to sprint. They scrambled to the chest just in time. Bonus, it was unlocked. Score, 2 buff stones and a gas-powered gate generator. For the next obstacle course, they had ... to climb up and parkour over some nasty green slime. Finally, they hit a massive chamber with a creepy altar at the end. Resting on top, just a single book. Whoa, way more legroom in here, Sarah pointed out. No traps, Chunhook blinked. A book instead of a loot chest. Seriously, item first, skill second, third's gotta be the jackpot, right? Chu grinned. Classic Sechu logic. He grabbed for Itwam. Force field to the face. System pinged. Reward denied. Level up some more scrub. Chu blinked. Excuse me. What conditions? I'm literally the main character. First peeps in the Earth Dungeon. Gratz a voice chirped. They spun around. Boom. Jade. The Golden Goblin. In the flesh. Sup. Wait. I know that ugly mug, he smirked. She hung out with the last player, Jade pointed out. Chu rolled his eyes. In games, you guys are just walking loot bags. Smash you. Get book. Jade laughed. Chill bro. I die. It goes poof. Gone forever. Chu sighed. So, how do I snag it? Easy, Jade beamed. You just need my say-so. Well, hurry up and permit us then, Chu snapped. My job is power leveling users of the second system, Jade explained. And you know this, how, Chu item? Any rondo can find me for a snack, the goblin shrugged, but only the MVP gets the face. That's you. You ain't just a goblin. Chu narrowed his eyes. Who are you really? Dev tool made by the big boss. Part of the source code. Not alive. Just fancy software. Jade winked. So the main system has a brain like yours? Saku asked. Spoilers, kid. Figure it out later. Above my pay grade? Chu groaned. Fine. Gimme the loot. Hold your horses. We gotta play a game first. Before you loot, pick a prize. Option A or B. Jade held up 2 glowing bags. Asterisk, ding. Door 1. Pick 2 out of 5 legendary skills. Door 2. 1 basic skill from the ex-user. Can I take Parks? Chu asked. Yup. Since you inherited his account, it's legit. Transfer complete. You got VIP status? Sarah leaned in. Park hated this guy, by the way. Don't trust the gold dude. He's sus. Totally plotting something nasty, she whispered. Jade smirked. Hard choice. Legends are shiny. 2 legends beat 1 rusty old skill on paper. Chu cut in. Did Park get this sweet deal too? Nah, Park hacked the system. No freebies for him. When does this dungeon usually open? Chu asked. When you hit second awakening, Jade replied. Click. That's why that loser Kickle never said anything. Guy died a noob without ever leveling up. Any other questions? Curious George? Jade grilled. Chunhook cut him off. All right, I've heard enough. The Golden Goblin whipped out the loot bags. Pick your poison, kid. 2 near impossible legendary skills, or 1 main skill from the last guy. Chunhook shrugged. Bro, that's not even a question. He pointed straight at the legacy option. Gimme the used one. Jade blinked. You sure? Passing up to legends is kinda nuts, dude. 1 solid skill from the OG user, ... Chunhook stated. ... beats 2 random legendary ones any day of the week. Your call. Genius. The goblin grinned as the book glowed up. Feast your eyes on the menu, the goblin announced dramatically. Chunhook tapped his choice. Asterisk ping. Universal skill. Giant incarnation unlocked. Basically, pop this skill and boom instant growth spurt. Got a slot in a crystal to jumpstart it though. It turns squishy spellcasters into absolute monster-sized tanks. With the right crystals, you can Hulk out 8 people at once. Get a solid crew together, and you've got a literal Titan squad. Sick, Chunhook thought. Well, time to bounce, the goblin chirped. It wasn't a total waste of time, Chunhook grunted, trying to look cool. He added, catch you on the flip side. Jade smirked. Don't get cocky, this is just awakening stage 2. Still, a total noob compared to his goal. He had to level up fast. The goblin added, keep grinding, and sooner or later, USN go, face the Lord of Creation, and finally hit max level. Meanwhile, G whipped up a dinner that smelled amazing. The siblings didn't wait, they dove right in. Chunhook was pumped about the loot, but weirdly stressed out. If the creator made the goblin, then this help was totally rigged. If Park Kong-ho was scared of him, there was a huge reason why. Is the creator actually chill? Earth, too big, bro. Young Jung waved. Chunhook blinked, snapping back. My bad, what did you say? Hello, we promised to hit the amusement park this weekend. Can we drag G along too? Totally. Uncho threw his hand up. I vote yes. I'm down, Chunhook said. But doesn't G need to chill this weekend? I'm good. G piped up. Plus, I love roller coasters. Chunhook raised an eyebrow. You sure you're up for it? It'll be fun, G smiled. Need to blow off some steam anyway. Unchu cheered. Yeah, weekend squad goals achieved. Elsewhere, a guy was putting golf balls indoors while his son stood stiffly. Meet Kim Doosan, the big boss of the My Group. So, he swung his club. How's that guild you wanted coming along? You better not be slacking off on this? Hajin, he warned. The chairman glanced up. Why are you bugging me this late? Anyway, Hajin swallowed nervously. Need a favor, Dad. Begging already, Kim scoffed. Thought you wanted to handle it, solo. But the guy he wanted to scout was tight with the Awakened Association's big boss. Talk about a total buzz. Kim Do-jeon guessed his kid was crushing on recruiting that irregular chooch. Hajin owned up to it, adding that the association chairman was way too ope for him to handle alone. Pops told him to quit face-planting into walls when the loot drop is 0. Smarter play. Know your limits and scream for backup. Hajin griped that the association was the ultimate roadblock. Glitch that out, and he could solo the rest, easy. Dad nodded. Looks like he's got a wine and dine, the head honcho. But Kim warned his boy not to forget. Flop this recruit mission, and it's game over for his job. Jamsil District, Joy World. Let's go. The squad rolled up to the theme park. The kiddos were hyped. Yunil gawked at the heights. G asked, where to first? Short stack. The kid screamed, roller coaster. Now, Jay checked with Yoonjong. She was all about that Viking ship life. Then Jay turned to Choi Chunyak. Your pick. Dude was ready to plummet on the Giro drop. Yoon flipped the script. Scratch that. I'm brave enough for the drop. Hyuk grinned. We're doing it all. Unlimited rides today. Yoon cheered. Jungshi smirked, trying a bit too hard there. He shrugged, admitting he'd been ghosting the Sibs lately because of the grind. But seeing them grin, worth it. Then, a mob swarmed the plaza. Suits everywhere. Shuhyuk blinked. The heck? Security on max. Whoever's here isn't just some random NPC. Spotted a kid in the middle of the chaos. Chunyak nudged Jang Ji. You recognize that guy? Lee Byung-hun, she whispered. Heir to Shinzing Corp. Big-time royalty. Asterisk Shinsong Shuhyuk. Realized, that's Lee Jonggin's turf. No wonder the kid's face rang a bell. Future Korea shaker, right there. Beside him, creepy dude in a giant bear suit holding balloons. Bear guy muttered into a mic. Target locked. Just entered the zone. Hit list. The sun and 5 guards. Comms buzzed. Variables. He replied. To grown-ups, to 0 threat. Meanwhile, the kids were living their best lives. But Midridar Hero felt his battery draining fast. Finally, Chang-ji hollered. Feeding time. Hustle. Grub was served. Yunjong pumped a fist. Yes, chicken. Yunil's eyes sparkled. And churros. Score. Ji-hee winked. Ordered the good stuff just for you guys. Babysitting is a workout. Chunyak sighed. Jang Ji was the MVP nanny. The man told his son, Sang-woo, chill for a sec. Then we move. Sang-woo and his dad plopped down close by to catch a breather. Chunhook was losing it with these guards. Seriously, they gotta sit right here. Then Shun-ha and Sung-woo locked eyes. Awkward. What's his deal? He wondered. Nearby, crooks in mascot suits lurked on a roof. Just straight up, spying with One asked if Purpa cleared the area. Dude next to the target is Cho Chun-hak. Who? His partner asked. Purple replied. He's an anomaly. Anomalies are total wild cards, the watcher noted. 0 ties to the target. But he could wreck the plan if things go south. Purple side. You want to pivot the plan, Black? Black shut that down immediately. No way. But new variables meant adjusting the strategy. If Chuni jumps in, yellow and blue will handle it. Green can solo the guards. Usta can easily waste the target. Yuno kept vibing with his fried chicken. Then he caught the kid nearby, staring daggers at his food. Held out a wing. Wanna grub with us? Super crispy, he grinned. Usually, I don't share. But today's special, saying woo-eyed that drumstick like it was pure gold. Security clocked, the guy talking to the kid. A guard snapped, don't feed him sketchy food or talk to him. That was a straight-up warning. Unchul panicked and apologized. Shunhak got salty. Are these dudes psycho? Why terrorize a kid? The guard called him rude. The nerve of this guy. Boss guard told Kim to chill. Kids mingle here. It's normal. He apologized, admitting his crew spooked him. Then he introduced himself. I'm Lee Byung. Chunhook shook hands and gave his name. During the shake, he realized the guy was a normie. Hun told Sang-woo to say hi. Yoon asked if the kid could snack. Hun shrugged, sure, and waved his son over. Sang-woo joined the sibs and smashed that chicken happily. The two men chilled at the next table over. Rich guy explained they're super strict with diets, so seeing chicken makes the kid totally lose control. Chunhook said, gotta spoil him sometimes. Dude, he replied, they fly in elite chefs for treat days. Hoon added, you have cute kids and a lovely wife. Chunhook practically choked on air, hearing that. Whoa, they're my little siblings. He clarified, the girls are housekeeper I hired. Hun was shook, hanging at a park with the maid on a day off. He shrugged, the kids just really like her. Dude saw that smirk on the guy's face, and it totally ticked him off. I mean, what other vibe was he supposed to get? Mr. Lee didn't want to crash their party. He grabbed his kid. Time to dip. Yoonil hollered, yo Sang-woo, let's hang out again soon. Yeah, Sang-woo nodded. For sure, catch ya later. Creeps on the next roof radioed in. Targets on the move. That was the signal. Go time for the bad guys. But they had to wait until he was clear of our tough guy, Chunhook. Dad asked, you bummed? The kid fronted, nah, I'm good. Your face says otherwise. Kiddo, his dad sighed. Don't you have a squad at school or something? I got people, Sang-woo mumbled, but I don't know if they're real ones. You're Shinsung royalty there. School's just a mini cruel world. Everywhere you go, there's a pecking order. We're the kings. Friends, total fake news, Lee added. Suddenly, a masked dude in black blocked the path. Spooky, swish, the stranger whipped out a shiny sword. Lee spun around. Another ninja clone was right behind him. Guards circled up tight. Security chief, Mr. Kim went, beast mode. Ambush, Kim yelled. Guard the boss with your lives. Who are you clowns? Kim barked. State your names. Sang-woo shook, hugging his dad. Meanwhile, our hero finished his wings. Stuffed. Yin-cho rubbed his belly. Yeah, total food coma. The little bro grinned. That was literally the best grub ever. Can I play with Sang-woo again? He asked. Nope, bro shut it down. The kid blinked, totally confused. He needs dad time, bro explained. Don't be a third wheel. Out of nowhere, a scream pierced the air. The gang jumped, snapping their heads toward the noise. Panic, villains. People screamed, scattering like ants. Call the cops, a voice yelled. What's the drama? All right, fam, we gotta bounce. Now? He told his siblings. Yuno's jaw dropped. Run away. Are you serious right now? Why bail? You're strong enough to wreck him. The fuzz will be here in 2 minutes. He shrugged off. Cops have heavy hitters. Not my circus, not my monkeys. But nobody's stronger than you, big bro. Yoon-cho argued. What if they're late? Only you can save the day right now. Jang Ji stepped up. He's right. Don't be lame. Just stall until the cops show. I'll watch the runts. Me and Yoon-ko will stay safe. Promise, she added. Guards were dropping like flies. Mr. Kim fought on, but they were toast. Kim finally clocked their gear. You're the Rainbow Clan. Why the boss? I thought you creeps only hunted awakened freaks. The guy in black laughed. We hunt everyone now. Up till now, they only hunted the awakened, hence the confusion. Black shrugged. We don't pick the targets, bro. Young-hoon panicked. You want me dead? Who sent ya? Black grinned, asked the Grim Reaper. Shifts over. The baddie swung his blade at the rich dude. But boom, plot twist. Hunter Cho crashed the party, sword swinging, tossing the villain. Cho blocked the path, not touching the dad or the kid. The liaison groaned. Total fail. Knew this gig was gonna stink from day one. Liaison. Black Hunter Cho wrecked the vibe. Cho smirked. If it wasn't for Sang-woo, I wouldn't have bothered. Hero warned. It's getting spicy here. Go hide, Young-hun. Red circled around, trying to trap the target. Cho slid over and code red with a sweet that gave Mr. Rich Guy enough time to scream. Now the Rainbow Squad surrounded our boy. Cho laughed. Eyes on me. Losers, don't get distracted. And your colors, total fashion disaster for a rainbow team. Pick better shades next time. Seriously? Black snapped. Why care? You ain't with the corp. Cho shrugged. No connection. Not about justice, either. Black was confused. Then why bother? Cho lit up a glowing orb. Copy field? Activated? Boom! He swiped Black skills just like that. Wait, he recognized this skill tree. It's that guy, he thought. Things just got interesting. Black yelled, get him. But Cho dodged like a pro. Cho leaped and double-chicked Yellow's dome. Cho sighed. If I had a weapon, game over. Heads would be rolling. Literally. But today was his first outing with the kiddos. Can't traumatize the kids with gore blocks, say what? Cho, I won't wreck you completely. Fight till you drop, or grab your boys and dip. Purple and yellow were already snoozing on the floor. Green stood tall. Purple woke up. Boss, you trust him? Think he'll actually let us bail? Green nodded. Plus, failing ruins our street cred. Cho rolled his eyes. The three of you can't win. Two are already knocked cold. You really think you stand a chance? Black sighed. Grab the unconscious idiots. Green panicked. We can't just bail. But Black snapped. Zip it. Not the time. Just do exactly what you're told. Black added. No spoilers, but don't expect a sequel. We don't meet Lai-hoon gate. Why'd you just let him walk? Cho. Chun-hook shrugged. Gave him an out. Wasn't just 'cause I was bored. Corner M, and they go beast mode. Total mess. Normies could have gotten wrecked in the crossfire. Is that what you wanted? Lee shook his head fast. No way. Finally, the cavalry arrived. Guards everywhere. The security chief rushed in. Young master, you good? We came the second the alarm tripped. Hi, alert mode. Lee Bong-hun stared, totally shocked. Why are you guys only showing up now? Young Master Bong-ho called us. The guard stammered. Sorry, we're late. Leon-hun scoffed. Leon, that's an understatement. That lag almost got me and my son deleted. He pointed at our hero. If this guy wasn't here, I'd be toast. But when he looked, empty air, Chun-hook had already go. Cut to, the next day. He mulled over yesterday's drama. He definitely knew that black guy. He's not evil. So what's with the villain act? A side hustle. Anyway, time to fire up that dungeon portal generator? He figured looting it meant portals would pop up everywhere. But so far, zero, zilch. Choi Men walked up. Yo, Chun-hook, you busy? Not really. What's the word? Chalman whipped out a beer. Long time no see. They grabbed a table, sipping suds, and catching up. Chun-hook asked, so, what's the deal with you? Dude looked direct. Changes at the guild. Man Chulman sighed. We're merging with another crew. Old news. But the top-tier hunters got sweet new contracts. But for guys like me with low stats, total ripoff. They're slashing pay to save cash. They basically said, don't like it, there's the door. Chun-hook frowned. So, what's your play? Stick with the party for now. I guess, look for a new gig? He looked down. We got tossed out like trash. Man, that's why he wanted a drink. Dude was in his feels. Choi Men admitted. I just really needed a cold one. But I only wanted to hang with you. Maybe it's fate. Chun-hook grinned. Don't sweat it. Perfect timing. Actually, come join my merc squad. Chun-hook added. I didn't ask before, since you were taken. But honestly, you're my #1 pick. Chillman passed. Calling him leader is pure cringe. MC said, bro, kill the stiff formalities. Hook added, I mean, officially, I am the ... boss and your deputy. But let's keep it real. Chulman still looked super hesitant about it. Agreed, but asked, you gonna pull rank on me? Our hero just cracked up. If I did, you'd take it. Nope, I'd clap back. Suddenly, the portal gen lit up. Showtime?